All right, yo, we are going live. We are live right now. I am your host, Mikey T, the movie star. Let's do it. Just give people a second to tap in here. Give me a second to get myself situated. I got the interview ready to go tonight. We're actually going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do something a little bit different tonight on the channel. We're actually going to do a interview watch along, sort of a little throwback to the days of DVD, when DVDs would come out and there would be the commentary, right? You could listen to the director commentary or the actor commentary, the lead actor, sometimes, some of the producers, whatever. You'd be able to hear some of the thoughts from the creators of the content. So that's what I wanted to give everybody the opportunity to hear tonight. And one of the first interviews I actually want to take a look at is my joint with Skinny Me. I want to take a look at my interview with Skinny Me, you guys. So that's what we're going to do tonight. Louis Peasy, the moderator, is in the building. Appreciate you for tapping in. I just wrapped up an exclusive interview with Bazaar from D12. So that's another watch along that I want to do with you guys. I want to go back into the history of pretty much everything I've done and, get your opinion on it. I want to give my insight on it as well. It's going to be, I see everybody else doing watch alongs. Let's do some watch alongs here on the channel, man. Definitely appreciate everybody tapping in tonight. Share this video, hit that like button on the way in. Tonight we are talking OBH. That's right, you guys. We're talking OBH tonight. Neil Jones, what is up? Yo, yo, yo. What's up, fam? Everything is good, man. Want to try something new tonight. Appreciate you for tapping in. Steven Rivera is in the building. Major salute to you, man. Let's talk some shit tonight, man. Let's get into some hip hop, coverage tonight. Going to do a little bit of hip hop coverage from one of my exclusive interview. Robert Jewell, the second in the building. Major respect for tapping in, man. He said, Mikey T, what's good with Skinny? Well, Skinny seems to be in good spirits, as you will hear in this exclusive interview that I just did. The interview is about a half an hour, about 32 minutes. So we really covered a lot for anybody out there that doesn't know much about Skinny Me. We covered some of his early start in the game as far as when he created the Click, the Murder Gang. Y'all might know about it. As far as when he first linked up with AR Rab to then actually signing with AR Rab. We went over it all, you guys. There's a lot of great details in this interview with Skinny Me. Get Money Squad. What is going on? Everything's good, man. I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? Schizo's in the building. Major salute to you, bro. Major salute to you. Free Skinny Me. Prayed up. Appreciate you for tapping in. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Free Skinny Me. That's right. Got to pin that comment, man. Everybody knows it, though. Free Skinny Me. Major facts. Major facts. Let's go. Let me light something up to get this show started, man. Smoking on a little mixture tonight. I got the Collins Ave mixed up. I got the Collins Ave mixed with actually the let's see the TK91. That's what I'm doing tonight. I'm mixing and matching tonight, you guys. We on one tonight. Robert Jewell says, is Skinny Me sentenced or nah? Is Skinny Me sentenced or nah? At this point, Skinny Me has not gone through with his trial. So he has not been sentenced. Skinny Me is still waiting on his trial to go through. So he has actually not been sentenced at this current time. Apex in the building. Major salute to you, bro. Appreciate you for tapping in, man. Letitia Andrews says, free Skinny Me. Damn right. Free Skinny Me. One of the the word for Skinny Me is like one of the most interesting artists out of Philly. One of the most interesting artists within the OBH camp. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he, came out, he was a part of another clique. Ab saw a lot in him and brought him over as a solo guy. Skinny Me attracted a lot of attention. Look at his video. We're actually talking about Chapel Call, his video that actually just hit 500,000 views. You know what I'm saying? Should hit 500,000 views. Skinny Me's name is really out there a lot, man. Just like the other guys from OBH, man. It's just really unfortunate to see him in the situation that he's going through right now. Locked up, away from his friends, his family, his loved ones. Really disturbing to see that Skinny Me was taken out like that, because he had just gotten out of jail a few years prior to that. And you know what I mean? He had it's like he's just getting wrapped up with all types of stupid ass situations, when I think in reality it would be better if Skinny Me could actually focus on the music. And that's what he was getting the ability to do. As he explains in this interview that we're going to watch today, Skinny got the opportunity with his music to be around recording studios for a large portion of the time. He got the opportunity when Ab started becoming more successful in music to actually be in the studio and start recording shit. But Skinny also wouldn't, he wouldn't just be all on Ab's jock. You know what I mean? He wouldn't be all on Ab's jock just to get the AR Ab feature. He explained to me that he even had other members of his group, the Murder Gang, that actually got features with AR Ab before him. Or, you know what I mean? Or whereas features where he wasn't even on the record. Skinny was the type of dude that looked out. Neil, I had actually done an interview with OT the Real in the past. You know what I'm saying? I'd done an interview with OT the Real in the past. Him and Melly's just recently linked up, and they've been getting a lot of buzz, man. I'm interested to see what's happening, man. I'm interested to see what's happening with that, man. But that's just me as a fan. You know what I mean? That's just me looking at it as a fan, to be honest with y'all. Appreciate everybody for tapping in tonight. Share this video. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Let's go. Let's have a great show tonight, man. We're going to get into this exclusive interview with Skinny Me. This is Mikey T, the movie star, and I got the notorious Skinny Me on the line. Man, I appreciate you coming on the show today.
Yo, dog, it's your boy, notorious Skinny Me, man. Biggie with the weight off, man. I'm checking on my boy, Mikey T, the movie star, man.
Man, Skinny, I want to take it all the way back, man. I want to go all the way back to your early childhood. Can you tell me about your experience growing up in North Philly? So we're going to get into the whole interview with Skinny Me tonight, you guys, from top to bottom, man. Pretty much a watch-along interview tonight where we'll stop it in certain places and we'll ask you guys what you're all thinking about it. I want to get everybody's take on that tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to get everybody's opinion on the interview. Definitely appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Let me see. What is this? Getting a little message here. Everybody share this video. Share this video, y'all. Share this video, man. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Got an exciting clip to show y'all tonight.
Like, experience growing up on North Philly, North Philly like a rough stop. You know what I'm saying? And, me coming up in North Philly and shit, crack dealing, motherfucker, it was like the heavy crack academic, surrounded by a bunch of that. You know what I'm saying? I grew up small block and shit, like Hollywood and Jefferson. That's like right in North Philly. That's like in the middle of North Philly and shit like that. Neighbors fighting, neighborhood fights, neighborhood gang wars and shit like that. It's like the everyday life in like Philly, like wherever, like in any part of the city. It's like any part of the city. It's just like what made it so unique. Without like my part of the city where I grew up, and I just like I'm from there. You dig what I'm saying? So I ain't really from them other places. I'm from North Philly, 20th and Jefferson. So it's like growing up there was like rough. You dig what I'm saying? But it's like I got like a good family to where though it's like it made it like a little easier. You dig dig what I'm saying? Like how my bloodline set up and shit like that. You dig what I'm saying? Like my bloodline like well respected and shit like that. Like growing up in there and shit like every day. Like I mean, you got motherfuckers like a product of the environment. You dig what I'm saying? Like I mean, some motherfuckers make the best out of it. Some motherfuckers make the worst out of it. You know what I mean? That's all.
So, Skinny, can you tell me when the first time was for you that you got the chance to actually see there was an opportunity to get involved with music?
Oh yeah, you know, the first time I actually like seen it and shit like that, I had a homie and shit, you know what I mean? Like on my right finger, on my right hand and shit, like my little four fingers and shit, I got a name on my four fingers that say Mike. My man Mike, he grew up around my neighborhood rapping and shit. Like he's from the other side of Twain ain't shit. Like it's two sides. It's my side, then you got my side. Mine was from the Dover Street side of 28th Street. I'm from the Hollywood Street side of 28th Street. You know what I'm saying? But like we meet up in the middle, 28th Street, be in the middle. So we all meet up on the corner of 29th Street where like the Chinese store at or a poppy store at or a laundromat at. You dig what I'm saying? But like all the main activities was on Hollywood and Jefferson on my block where I'm from. You dig what I'm saying? But like my man Mott lived on Dover and shit. I mean, my man Mott used to rap and shit. I mean, I ain't know shit about rapping and shit. I mean, Mott used to rap and shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, Mott died in like '06. I believe it was like March 24th or some shit around that time. And shit like Mott died in like '06. But Mott had a heart attack inside the studio. Yeah, I mean, like he's somebody we looked up to. I looked up to around my neighborhood, but he had a heart attack in the studio and shit. Yeah, I mean, in my aunt house. You know what I mean, like he died recording. You know what I mean, yeah, Mott died recording. So it was like I'm in like Vision Quest. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a juvenile facility and shit. You know what I mean? So I call home and shit. I like sketch me a little rap together, put me a little rap together. I only put it together like once I'm like, Mott doing it. Mott ain't really got no partners for real, for real. He got partners, but he ain't really got like no down the way partners and shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh shit, I sketched me a rap. I end up calling home. I call his mom, like, yo, where mine out? I'm trying to let my hair shine. She's like, yo, Skinny, Mott died. First thing I'm thinking is like, I mean, we grew up in the heart of North Philly. I'm thinking like somebody killed him. Like, what the fuck happened to my, like, who killed Mott? You dig what I'm saying? Like, no, like, my dad doing something you like doing. Like, my dad recording. You know, like, my dad recording. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Mont was here, like, I'd just be the nigga in the back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess I'd be the nigga in the back. You know what I'm saying? My man to be rapping, I'd be the nigga in the back. He rapping about, you know what I'm saying? Saying what I do and whatever, and his raps, whatever case may be. If he tell me that, it's like, oh, shit, my dad rapping and shit. So it's like, man, like, I gotta do something, so I start doing it. Like that's the reason I do it. You understand what I'm saying? So like, fuck it. My man died doing that shit. So it's a gift and a curse. Now,
Thanks.
when you think about my work ethic, it explains it. Why I got a little bit of work and explain like why I don't really be like one of full-time rapping shit. You understand what I'm saying? It's like it's a gift and a curse. I do it because my man liked it. You know what I'm saying? Then the part of me hated it because my man died doing it. So it's like, I don't give a fuck about that. You only do it because my man liked it. You know, on the flip side of the coin, I don't like that shit. My man died doing that shit. Now I do understand, like, I can get, like, ain't too many motherfuckers, like, I can get rich off it or whatever it gives me. I can be successful off of it. I look at it like this. My homie died, like, doing something like niggas is rich off. You understand what I'm saying? This is a rare story. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody don't know why they rap. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, this why I rap. Like a nigga died. Like, and then this what it took for a Skinny me to be like a artist. Like somebody died. Somebody had to die. Somebody died in the studio doing something he liked doing. I just feel like he was cheated. You dig what I'm saying? So like he just let it through me and all my raps and all that shit, and I just put on the way I put on like that.
If you were listening to that, Skinny Me pretty much just broke down why he took an interest in getting involved in the music industry. Man, that was one of the most interesting stories I've ever got from an interview, you know what I mean, with somebody actually becoming a rapper. Skinny's friend actually passed away doing something that he loved to do. Skinny called home looking for his friend. You know, Skinny called home looking for his friend, and he was told that his friend had passed away. And the environment that Skinny actually grew up in, you know, he had thought that somebody had caught up with his friend. He thought somebody had caught up with his homie. You know what I mean? which is something that these guys hear about all the time. But he was told that he died actually in the studio, and Skinny Me actually carrying on the legacy. I think that's pretty legendary. Appreciate everybody for tapping in, sharing this video, man. Trying to do something a little bit different tonight, but what a reason to get involved with music for Skinny. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's ever broke it down like that before, man. Letitia, free Skinny Me. Appreciate everybody for tapping in on this one tonight, man. We're about to get back into the story. For everybody wondering, I'm blazing a mixture of Collins Ave and TK91. Go ahead and share this video. Need everybody to share this video. Hit that like button, man. We're just getting started tonight, man. We're really just getting started tonight, man. Skinny Me interview is lit right here. You break it down for me how you went on to either form or become a part of the Murder Gang?
Oh yeah, Murder Gang. That's something I made up. You dig what I'm saying? That's something I made up and shit. I was reading the paper about some Italian niggas and shit like that. And man, like Italian mob and shit. And it was just like, was there something unique about him and shit? And I'm reading the story and shit. He did some unique shit. And I'm just like, holy shit. Shit remind me of myself and my little gang. You know what I'm saying? My little tribe. So I'm like, man, fuck it. We gonna call ourselves the Murder Gang. You know what I'm saying? Like, rap group name gonna be the Murder Gang. My label name, New Bullshit Entertainment. That's the label. The Murder Gang, you know what I'm saying? So like I just wanted to be bold. Like, order the rap, you gotta have some bold shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make a motherfucker like, what makes them feel like that? Just like how I got the Willis and Hiders gang. That's the same shit. If motherfucker pay attention to the Murder Gang, I always said Willis and Hiders gang. You dig what I'm saying? Like Willis and Hiders gang, the Murder Gang. I always say that. You dig what I'm saying? So what I do is just like, I mean, that's what we on. You know what I'm saying? I formed the Murder Gang, so like, gang, that's what we gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. And everything else is like with history.
So I definitely remember early on. AR-Rab would mention OBH having an affiliation with the Murder Gang. How did you guys attract the attention of AR-Rab back then when you were simply the Murder Gang as a group? This is one thing I wanted to ask Skinny Me. I was really wondering how he attracted the attention of AR-Rab back then, because once Ab met Skinny, it really seemed like they hit it off. A lot of people may know what the linkings were between Ab and Skinny. The fact that Ab was locked up with Skinny's brother. A lot of people may have heard that story, multiple times. But I had to ask Skinny and get it from him personally, being that this was really the first time that I ever interviewed Skinny Me. I wanted to cover everything. I wanted to find out how Skinny Me went from being a part of the Murder Gang. Right there, he broke down how he actually created the Murder Gang. But I wanted to take it a step further. How did you go from being in the Murder Gang then to getting a solo situation with AR-Rab? So that's pretty much what I wanted to have Skinny Me break down for me, right, going into this. Appreciate everybody tapping in, man. We're doing a live watch along tonight for my exclusive interview with Skinny Me. We're going to start doing this a lot more frequently. I want to bring up all the old interviews that I've done and kind of break them down as we go. So let's get back into this thing here a little bit.
It was like, all right, before AR knew who I was and shit, you know what I mean? He was already like upstate with my brother back and shit. Like back, that's my brother, my blood brother. So I knew AR, you know what I mean? He met back and shit. Him and back, they met in the state yard or whatever. My brother on a life sentence right now for murder he ain't commit. He met, you know what I mean? Like my brother that inside the jail, see that in the streets. Like he that, you know what I'm saying? Like he unnoticeable. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like, AR, my brother, they get together and shit like that. You know what I mean? I get brought up, however I get brought up. He sent Ad my way. He sent me AR way. Me and Ad met up in the middle. You dig what I'm saying? But my brother told him, like, look, my little brother the shit. You know what I'm saying? My little brother nah, I mean, rap or whatever case may be. You dig what I'm saying? Like, he got some shit going on. Like, little brother, boom. Yeah, I mean, just check him out. And it's like, once me and Ab locked in and shit, like, everything else was like history. But it's like what made me different from all the other rappers that Ab meet, cause Ab definitely support like a lot of motherfuckers, and he put like a lot of motherfuckers on his platform and all this shit like that and all this shit like this. It's just, I just stick out. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I just stick out. I just got like a different whole thing with me. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I got like a unique look to me. I mean, I got a unique I got a rare attitude. You know what I'm saying? It's unique and it's rare. Like, I got a rare attitude. I got a rare style. And just like, I'm just like unique. So just like, before motherfucker even heard me rap, once they see me, and I might grin or I might smile or I might do like a little shooting adjust in the video, and that just stick out alone. Like, oh, what the fuck is cuz? You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate everybody for tapping in tonight. John, major salute. John Shaft 139, Brianda, Ja Humble, major salute to y'all for tapping in tonight. If you're wondering what we're doing, we're actually, Mr. Uptown, major salute to you. We're actually doing an exclusive interview watch along. We're doing an interview watch along. For everybody wondering what's going on, we're actually doing an exclusive watch along. I hope you're enjoying it, man. Iceberg said, "Free my brother Bayat. I know those pills are gonna kill me because they not." That must be a lyric right there. But let me bring in my guy, SV Twiz. He's joining us tonight. Looks like he's ready to go. SV Twiz, what's popping, my brother?
Salute, salute.
Appreciate you for
Mikey,
tapping in
what's up,
tonight,
bro? I
man.
can't complain, man. Another day. No doubt, no doubt. You know how we carry it.
Already know. What are you smoking on? I'm smoking on a mixture of TK 91 and Collins Ave tonight. Twiz, what are you drinking on, man? What have you brought to the party to drink tonight, or are you playing it a little simple tonight for the watch along?
Oh yeah. I'm playing it super simple tonight. I mean, it's a weekday. I just got a little wine right now. I ain't doing it too heavy. I keep the heavy stuff for the weekend.
All right. Oh, you're playing a little wine?
Yeah, I'm playing a little wine tonight. You know what I mean?
Well, speaking
We
of wine,
keeping
we
it
got to
smooth.
bring up champagne. I got to
Okay,
bring up that
okay,
Bel Air Blue.
okay.
But Twiz, we're starting something a little bit new on the channel, man. We're starting something a little bit different on the channel.
Facts, big facts.
That's right, you guys. We're doing something different. Like tonight, we're actually doing a watch along for my interview with Skinny Me. We're going to be doing different things like this. We're going to do one from my interview with this guy.
Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy Bazaar, and I want to give a shout out to my man Mikey T, the movie star, Detroit, bitch. We in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Look what we got coming up on the channel, Twiz.
That's heavy. That's heavy. Salute the Bazaar, man. Definitely a legend in the game.
Yo, we're going to turn this into a movie, bro. We're going to turn this shit into a movie. Eventually, we'll have the artist on here watching and reviewing the interviews with us. This is kind of going to be like when DVDs were introduced and you could hear the commentary from the actor or the director.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's the new wave, man. That's how we carrying it, man. Salute to everybody in the chat too, man. Much love and respect. You already know.
Twiz, is everything good on your end? Do you have a little glitch going on? Do you need to log out and come
Let
back
me
in?
see something. Yeah. Let me log out real quick. Let me see.
Okay. We're going to get Twiz's situation right over there so we can do this properly. Marcus42, what is popping? Everybody, share this video. Share this video. We're about to go back into the interview with Skinny Me now that Twiz is with us. And I'm actually really excited about this, you guys. I'm really excited to hear Twiz's thoughts on the full interview. Let me see. Okay, we got it right here. Twiz is back. Good to go,
Yeah.
Twiz?
Yeah, hopefully I'm good now. If it act crazy now, my phone might need an update, but I think I'm good now.
I hear you on that, bro. So we're gonna get into our first if exclusive watch along. Hopefully we could do this in the future, maybe even with Twiz's interview with Omar Gooding.
Yeah, that'd be heavy. That'd be heavy.
Yeah, man. So let's bring it up here. This is Mikey T, the movie star, and I got the notorious Skinny Me on the line. Man, I appreciate you coming on the show today.
Yo, dog, it's your boy, Trey Skinny Me, man. Biggie with the weight off, man. You know, I'm checking on my boy, Mackie T, the movie star, man.
Now, Twiz, right away, at the beginning of the interview, I'm hearing right at the start, I'm hearing actually a scream in the background. Did you hear that? There was like a "Ah!" Did anybody in the chat hear that? Am I
The,
crazy?
the day room just be loud, period. You know, I like, yeah, I mean, the day room, like, skinny over pick, so it's like real impacted. So when the block is out, everybody is like in one section. Pick and CF, they like similar gels. Yeah, I mean, so it wasn't probably nobody screaming in pain. It just be sounding like that in the background on gel calls because everything is loud and echoing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's difficult, for anybody, any aspiring interviewers or podcasters, news broadcasters. It's difficult to do interviews when the guy's in jail. You know what I mean? Like,
Facts.
if you're going to be particular about sounds like this in the background, you know what I mean? If you're going to feel like it's
Facts.
ruining your shot or something like that. Now, me in particular, Twiz, I'm not so much worried about that. Do you have any
Mm-hmm.
experience of jail interviews?
No, I never did a jail interview, but I know like how the jail phones work, and it's basically a payphone. So we gotta remember the quality of the sound and things of that nature. You know what I mean? Steven, what's good, bro? Everything been good, man. I appreciate you, bro. I hope all is good with you, man. Much love and respect.
Well, I
But
actually did an interview before with the legendary Macazo, while I was in
yeah,
Florida. Yeah.
okay.
But let's get back into this thing, man. There's a lot of history in this interview that people are going to learn about Skinny Me. Man, Skinny, I want to take it all the way back, man. I want to go all the way back to your early childhood. Can you tell me about your experience growing up in North Philly?
You know, like, experience growing up on North Philly, like, North Philly like a rough stop. You know what I'm saying? And, me coming up in North Philly and shit, you know, crack dealing, motherfucker, it was like the heavy crack academic, you know what I mean, surrounded by a bunch of that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up small block and shit, like Hollywood and Jefferson, that's like right in North Philly, that's like in the middle of North Philly and shit like that. Neighbors fighting, neighborhood fights, neighborhood gang wars and shit like that. Like, it's like the everyday life in like Philly, like wherever, like in any part of the city. It's like any part of the city. It's just like what made it so unique. Without like my part of the city where I grew up, and I just like I'm from there. You dig what I'm saying? So like I ain't really from them other places. I'm from North Philly, 20th and Jefferson. So it's like growing up there was like rough. You dig what I'm saying?
Twiz, just to pause it there for a second, are you familiar with this area where Skinny Me's from? Can you tell us
Yeah,
anything about it?
yeah, absolutely. J Street, man. It's infamous, man. Like, I can't say too much. I don't want to say no incriminating stuff or nothing crazy like that. But yeah, it
Please
get
don't.
busy out. Yeah, it get busy out there, man. You know what I'm saying? We can keep it at that. But yeah, it's one of the solid areas in the city.
Anything what's going on out in that area? Is there any spots to eat? Is there a theater around there? What is there anything going on in that area?
Not nothing to be torn through. You know what I'm saying? It's like little hood stores to get grubs from and or something, but it ain't nothing you know that you would just want to cut through there and get something to eat or nothing if you're not really from that area. And you know what I'm saying? Like one thing about Philly, like you can go through the trenches. Nobody gonna mess with a tourist or nothing, but most of the time a tourist will feel uncomfortable in certain areas like that. So, you know what I mean?
And Twiz Iceberg asks, what other rappers, if any, that are known are from Skinny's hood? Anybody that you could really off the top of your head?
You got like Osama and them. not really no big rappers. It's not really too many big rappers that really rep J Street. You know what I mean? On more of a not like that the world know about.
Cool. All right, well, let's get back into it here for everybody just tapping in. We're actually doing an interview watch along here from my one of my most recent interviews with Skinny Me, y'all. We're gonna start doing this for all the exclusives, y'all. All the exclusives from hell, maybe Gilly to AR Rab, Twiz, but we're just getting started tonight, man.
But it's like I got like a good family to where though it's like it made it like a little easier. You dig what I'm saying? Like how my bloodline set up and shit like that. You dig what I'm saying? Like my bloodline like well respected and shit like that. Like growing up in there and shit like every day. Like I mean you got motherfuckers like a product of the environment. You dig what I'm saying? Like I mean some motherfuckers make the best out of it, some motherfuckers make the worst out of it. You know what I mean? That's all.
So Skinny, can you tell me when the first time was for you that you got the chance to actually see there was an opportunity to get involved with music?
Oh yeah, the first time I actually like seen it and shit like that, I had a homie and shit. You know what I mean? Like on my right finger, on my right hand and shit, like my little four fingers and shit. I got a name on it on my forehead.
This is really good. This is really good right here, Twiz. Skinny Me breaks down how he got into rap, what pushed him into making music. But before we get into Skinny Me's answer, which is really elaborate, and you've never heard a story like this before either, Twiz. But I wanted to ask, what was the first opportunity that you got, Twiz, and you saw that you couldn't get involved with the music and the entertainment industry? What was it that made you want to make a YouTube channel?
Well, involved in the music stuff, man. Most people from Philly, we all had our hands in it at a young age. We had people like, State Property, Cassidy, and Ness to take it back to early 2000s to like our generations, like people like me, Skinny, or other people. I know I'm not no active rapper or nothing, but these guys motivated people from Philly in the trenches that was, fresh off the block or whatever to feel like they had a chance because the things they rapped about and these guys was all, very, I'm saying they were certified people from their neighborhood. So it was a big motivation. As far as YouTube, that just came from me like, you know, um, being in and out of jail, man, and coming home and realizing that, I could pretty much make things happen because I know like a lot of rappers mutually through people. I've been locked up with a lot of rappers and, you know, my name was always dirty. You know what I'm saying? Not to, you know, uh, try to glorify my situation, but I'm like, I could do this. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't got to worry about coming out because, like, our city, like, if you try to be a rapper or a blogger or anything, people would just try to, if it's some type of, what I'm saying, holes in your jacket, they gonna go poking at it. So I'm like, I could do this, man. It's positive. Why not, be a part of something that I love, but find the angle without trying to be a rapper or something like that.
Damn, Twiz, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah, you're right, man, because a lot of people, they get their credibility gets put in question if there's anything. We see it happen with rappers all the time. Rappers
Facts.
that run around run around speaking like, "Yo, find paperwork on me. Find
Facts.
paperwork on me. I bet you won't. I bet you
Facts.
won't find paperwork on me." But let's get into it. How Skinny Me actually started rapping right here.
Thing is to say my man Mont, he grew up around my neighborhood rapping and shit. Like he's from the other side of Twain and shit. Like for like it's two sides. It's my side, then you got Mont's side. Mont was from the Dover Street side of 29th Street. I'm from the Hollywood Street side of 29th Street. You get what I'm saying? But like we meet up in the middle, 29th Street, be in the middle. So we all meet up on the corner of 29th Street where like it's a Chinese store at or a poppy store at or a laundromat at. You dig what I'm saying? But like all the main activities was on Hollywood and Jefferson on my block where I'm from. You dig what I'm saying? But like my man Mont lived on Dover and shit. I mean, my man Mont used to rap and shit. I mean, I ain't know shit about rapping and shit. I mean, Mont used to rap and shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, Mont died in like 06. I believe it was like March 24th or some shit around that time. And shit, like, Mont died in like 06. But Mont had a heart attack inside the studio. Yeah, I mean, like, he's somebody we looked up to. I looked up to around my neighborhood, but he had a heart attack in the studio and shit. Yeah, I mean, in my aunt house, you know what I mean? Like, he died recording, you know what I mean? Yeah, Mont died recording, so it was like, I'm in like Vision Quest, you know what I'm saying? I'm in like a juvenile facility and shit, you know what I mean? So I call home and shit. I like sketch me a little rap together, put me a little rap together. But only put it together like when somebody Mont doing it. Mont ain't really got no partners for real, for real. He got partners, but he ain't really got like no down the way partners and shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh shit, I sketched me a rap. I end up calling home. I call his mom like, yo, where mine out? I'm trying to let my hair stand. She's like, yo, Skinny, mine died. First thing I'm thinking is like, we grew up in the heart of North Philly. I'm thinking like somebody killed him. Like, what the fuck happened to my hood? Like, who killed mine? You get what I'm saying? Like, no, like, mine died doing something you like doing. Like, mine died recording. Like, mine died recording. You know what I'm saying? Like, if mine was here, like, I'd just be the nigga in the back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess I'd be the nigga in the back. You know what I'm saying? My man to be rapping, I'd be the nigga in the back. He's rapping about, you know what I'm saying? Saying what I do and whatever, and his raps or whatever the case may be. If he tell me that, it's like, oh shit, mine died rapping and shit. So it's like, like, I gotta do something, so I start doing it. Like, that's the reason I do it. You understand what I'm saying? So like, fuck it. My man died doing that shit. So it's a gift and a curse. Now, when you think about my work ethic, it explains it why I got a little bit of work and explain like why I don't really be like one of 4-time rapping shit. You understand what I'm saying? It's like it's a gift and a curse. I do it because my man liked it. You know what I'm saying? Then a part of me hated it because my man died doing it. So it's like, I don't give a fuck about that. So I only do it because my man liked it. You know, on the flip side of the coin, I don't like that shit. My man died doing that shit. And I do understand, like, I can get, like, ain't too many motherfuckers, like, I can get rich off it or whatever it gives me. I can be successful off of it. I look at it like this. My homie died, like, doing something like niggas is rich off. You understand what I'm saying? This is a rare story. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody don't know why they rap. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, this why I rap. Like, a nigga died. Like, and then this what it took for a Skinny Me to be like a artist. Like, somebody died. Somebody had to die. Somebody died in the studio doing something he liked doing. I just feel like he was cheated. You dig what I'm saying? So, like, he just let it through me and all my raps and all that shit. And I just put on the way I put on like that.
Skinny. So, yeah, Twiz, man. Skinny Me actually took on rapping after his homie actually passed, in the studio. Twiz, Skinny made a call to talk to Mont, and he got the word that Mont had passed. And being where Skinny's from, the environment that Skinny knows, he immediately went to think the worst. You know what I mean? He immediately was like, oh, who took Mont out? Not knowing that he actually passed in the studio, not at the hands of another man. Now, before I get your reaction to all of that, Twiz, Skinny breaking down how he got involved in music and shit, I want to tell everybody here watching on Instagram, hit the link in my bio. Come join us on YouTube. I'm doing an official watch along right now on my YouTube channel of my Skinny Me interview. So everybody in here on Instagram, hit the link in my bio right now and come join us on YouTube. I'm going to send it over to my co-host Twiz right now.
Yeah, that's just heavy, man. It's a unique story right there. Like I said, most people from Philly, bro, it's like it was rappers that motivated us or motivated people to want to rap because they rapping about things that we really live in, and it just give you hope. Like, bro, if you can hear somebody that made it and they rapping about real life stuff, like, bro, I can do that too. So it's definitely a unique story, man.
Hell yeah. So hit the link in my bio, guys. I'm going to tap up out of the IG. We're doing the podcast right now, so come join us over there on YouTube. The link's in the bio. Yeah, man, definitely a unique story. So I wanted to get Skinny Me to actually explain how he got involved with the group. He was involved in a group at first. I wanted him to explain how he got involved in the music industry a little bit, so we took it here. Break it down for me how you went on to either form or become a part of the Murder Gang.
Oh yeah, Murder Gang. That's something I made up. You dig what I'm saying? That's something I made up and shit. I was reading the paper about some Italian niggas and shit like that. And man, like Italian mob and shit. And it was just like, it was just something unique about him and shit. And I'm reading the story and shit. He did some unique shit. And I'm just like, oh shit. Shit remind me of myself and my little gang. You know what I'm saying? My little tribe. So I'm like, man, fuck it. We're gonna call ourselves the Murder Gang. You know what I'm saying? Like, rap group name gonna be the Murder Gang. My label name, No Bullshit Entertainment. That's the label. The Murder Gang, you know what I'm saying? So like, I just wanted to be bold, like.
Twiz, I want to stop it there and just get your take on the rap world's fascination with the mob, you know, all this stuff that they've seen acted out through the likes of Robert De Niro, Pacino, you know what I mean, Pesci, all these guys. Can you talk to me about what the fascination is with that stuff?
I mean, it's the collateral of the streets, period. Like in the streets, you know, level out with rap. You know what I mean? It's just like they say, man. Like they say that the mobsters, you know, created being a gangster, but you know the hood, you know, they took it to another level. You know what I mean? Where it's like in the streets, it's like the principles. I mean, the rules are a little different in the streets. Like the mob was more organized, but just the mob, you got people like Al Capone and people like that. Like, you know, I can't talk about how many times I watch Untouchables and things like that, bro. It's just like, you know, the most of the people from the hoods or even around the world, you watch these things and you intake them as a youth, and then you always see a boss. The boss got soldiers. The soldiers is playing they roles. You know, it's an objective to having a team. So, like I said, the streets is collateral with rap, and you know the streets definitely you always hear even Pac, MOB, man, like, you know, out Cali, you got the mob power rules and all that. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's just all fall in one funnel, man. It's like the mobsters, it's like the superheroes of the streets.
So let's get back into the interview. For everybody just tapping in, I'm Mikey T, the movie star. I'm being joined by SV Twiz tonight, and we are actually doing a watch along for my recent interview with Skinny Me. Everybody hit the comments. Let me know what videos, what interviews do you want to see us do a watch along for? Let me know, and we will do it for you, man. We're bringing you all new content this year. 2022, man. We're doing new shit. It's even bigger this year, man. Twiz, it feels a little bit bigger?
Man, it's always bigger, man. Like I always say, it's only one hair from up, man, and that's just one of the things we got going on. So make sure y'all stay posted, man.
Hell yeah. Let's get back into this exclusive interview with Skinny Me. He had just broke down why he got into rap, and now he's breaking down how he started the group, the Murder Gang, which I want to say, you know, Twiz, I remember AR Rab at a certain point started shouting out the Murder Gang, and I was kind of like, who is that?
Facts.
Let's get back into it here, though.
Rap, you gotta have some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make a motherfucker like, what makes them feel like that? Just like how I got the Willis and Hydes gang. That's the same shit. If motherfucker pays attention to the Murder Gang, I always say Willis and Hydes gang. You dig what I'm saying? Like Willis and Hydes gang, the Murder Gang. I always say that. You dig what I'm saying? So what I do is just like, I mean, this what we on. You know what I'm saying? I formed the Murder Gang, so the gang, that's what we gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. And everything else is like with history.
So I definitely remember early on, AR Rab would mention OBH having an affiliation with the Murder Gang. How did you guys attract the attention of AR Rab back then when you were simply the Murder Gang as a group?
It was like, all right, before AR knew who I was and shit, you know what I mean? He was already like upstate with my brother back and shit. Like back, that's my brother, my blood brother. So I knew AR, you know what I mean? He met back and shit. Him and back, they met in the state yard or whatever. My brother on a life sentence right now for murder he ain't commit. He met, you know what I mean? Like my brother that inside the jail, see that in the streets. Like he that, you know what I'm saying? Like he unnoticeable. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like, AR, my brother, they get together and shit like that. You know what I mean? I get brought up, however I get brought up. He sent Ad my way. He sent me AR way. Me and Ad met up in the middle. You dig what I'm saying? But my brother told him, like, look, my little brother the shit. You know what I'm saying? My little brother know how, I mean, rap or whatever the case may be. You dig what I'm saying? Like, he got some shit going on. Like, little brother, you know what I mean? Just check him out. And it's like, once me and Ab locked in and shit, like, everything else was like history. But it's like what made me different from all the other rappers that Ab meet, cause Ab definitely support like a lot of motherfuckers, and he put like a lot of motherfuckers on his platform and all this shit like that and all this shit like this.
Let's speak on this, Twiz, because I want to get your take. You know, Ab put a lot of people on his platform, like Skinny Me is saying here. But I really want to get your thoughts on Ab actually meeting Skinny's brother Bayat in jail, and then, you know, actually putting Skinny Me on and keeping his word, man. You don't really hear much about that type of shit, man. I know one of the more recent people to do that is actually Soulja Boy, who had met Bino in jail, and then they both got out, and he bailed Bino out and shit like that. But Ab was really the first one I had heard about doing that. You want to speak on that?
Yeah, that just means he had a genuine respect for Bayot. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He, you know, like when you go to jail and you do time, like somebody could become your brother, man. Like it feel like you know them your whole life. Where sometimes them relationships, you come home with people and they you might be tighter with them than people you know in your whole life. You know what I mean? So, you know, it just seemed like that was the not it seemed like I know for a fact, you know, they just had a special bond and Ab felt, you know, that obligated to be loyal to somebody that he had love for because that's the type of person he was. Because on top of that, you know, they was trying to get Ab was trying to get Bayot out on a pill also at the same time before you know his downfall and everything.
Yeah, I mean, AR Rab, you know, going on to sign him, going on to write about Skinny Me in his rap, saying things like, tell Skinny go to sleep because his lawyer paid, you know, going on to represent him with a lawyer, obviously putting money up for the lawyer and shit like that, Twiz. It's just pure honor.
Thanks.
Yella fella was popping. Salute to Philly and the whole
Salute.
Pennsylvania. It's PA time to take over again. Yeah,
Salute
PA.
for sure.
Not to get away from the watch along interview that we're doing right now, but PA looks like it's primed to take over. I see Gilly and Wallow. They're heading to do some festivals where they're going to be the podcast curators. It looks like Beanie Siegel is going to be on the Games album. You know what I'm saying? You've got Easy to Block Captain battling as well as doing the Bel Air show. I mean, Twiz, you got anything else to add in regard? Like Philly's doing their thing.
Philly never fell off, man. It's
Philly
just
never
that a
fell
lot
off.
of times, yeah, it never fell off. It's just that a lot of years Philly was behind the scenes, but it always been Philly artists and things like that connected and doing things behind scenes.
But all right, let's get back into the Skinny Me interview for everybody tapped in, and let's go.
I just stick out. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I just stick out. I just got like a different whole thing with me. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I got like a unique look to me. You know what I mean, I got a unique I got a rare attitude. You know what I'm saying? It's unique and it's rare. Like, I got a rare attitude. I got a rare style. And just like, I'm just like unique. So just like, before motherfucker even heard me rap, once they see me, and I might grin or I might smile or I might do like a little shooting adjuster in the video, and that just stick out alone. Like, oh, what the fuck is cuz? You know what I'm saying? The girls might look at it like, man, that motherfucker, this little handsome motherfucker. You know what I mean? Or niggas might be like, who is cuz? Like, it just look like I belong at the top of the food chain. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and that's.
You muted, Mikey.
Oh, my bad, brother. I got to
It's
ask
cool.
you, Twiz, sorry to cut the interview off there for everybody watching, but, you know, I just want to get your opinion. What was it about Skinny Me to you that actually made him start taking off and, you know, got his followers up on the gram and his views up on YouTube, 500,000 views on the Chapel Call video, and just everybody asking, what's your next move, Skinny? What was it that was so, as Skinny saying, unique about him?
Well, because most people like like it's like no different than Skinny or AR. Like you got like thousands of people that move or carry itself a certain way out Philly, but they don't get an opportunity for that limelight. You know what I mean? Just like around the world. But it was with him connecting with OBH. Once he connected with OBH, you know that really put him because Ab had the city shining on him, bro. Like it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? He had the world, you know what I mean, tuned in, like so that gave him that gave Skinny the perfect alley oop at that time. Cause you know Skinny really been rapping a while before he was even with Ab and them, but nobody knew who he was as far as around the world. People in the city know, you know what I mean? But AR putting his platform open to him, you know what I'm saying? That joint, you know, it put him in a position that it was like, yeah, you know, that joint just added like icing on the cake to OBH, where it's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Salute Road Prophecy.
But you know, Skinny had to get a little bit of a name behind him. You know, he had to get a little bit, he had to get his weight up, if you will. And I think he did that with the Murder Gang. And we're going to tap into all of that here. So let's get back into the interview. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Go ahead and share this video. And also follow us on Clubhouse. That's right. Mikey T Movie Star on Clubhouse. Just Mikey T Movie Star. We're going to be on there. We're going to be on there raging soon, man. But let's get back into this watch along.
What it is, like I got this approach and this look to where it's like you belong at the top. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like I just stuck out. Ab seen how confident I was. He seen the swag I got. He seen how I just had my Murder Gang. That was different. Like we look like low ass kids. Nobody barely got hair on their face, but they run around calling themselves the Murder Gang. I know when motherfuckers first seen is like, what makes them niggas the Murder Gang? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's some bold shit. You understand what I'm saying? The call outs of that. You understand what I'm saying? So that alone, it just stuck out. Murder Gang t-shirt, blood dripping off it. You know what I mean? Like, it's self-explanatory. You dig what I'm saying?
And we're definitely going to get more into that, Skinny Me. But, you know, Murder Gang went on to have some success. You guys went on to win the Best Group Award at the Philly Hip Hop Awards. Can you break down what you remember about that night for me?
It was like with that shit, it's like we came out with a group CD. Like, first time, look, boom, it happened like, all right, first time motherfuckers seen this, they seen this on AR platform. He couldn't make nobody like us. He just put us on this platform. I did the rest of the shit. The group did the rest of the shit. You know what I'm saying? We come out with a mixtape called The Murder Tape. You know what I'm saying? We got a neighborhood anthem called Northside Niggas. Got a neighborhood anthem where the anthem is undeniable. You understand what I'm saying? Then it's like at the end of the day, we the people's favorite. You know, you understand what I'm saying? It wasn't like it was rigged. We came in the game, our first year in the game, we won best rap group over everybody. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't like an individual thing. We're like, oh, the Murder Gang. You dig it?
So Twiz, are you remembering any of this when he came onto the scene? He got the Philly Hip Hop Award nomination, which I'm a little tight about. I feel like I should have got a Philly Hip Hop Award nomination or two, but are you remembering any of this as Skinny Me is actually building momentum as an artist outside of being a part of OBH?
Yeah, I remember before it was Murder Gang, they was what was they, Body Snatchers. They used to be Body Snatchers back when they was young boys. So yeah, I remember seeing Skinny rap before. You know what I mean? This was like right after the DVD wave was like real heavy, like towards the back end of it. But yeah, I remember seeing him. So it's like when he came with Ab and them, I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like he's still active. You know what I mean? So, you know, they built that brick by brick, man. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, you know, it was definitely well deserved. So yeah, I remember it.
Yep. So him getting a Philly Hip Hop Award nomination, well, not only getting the nomination, but winning, you're saying that was a well-deserved thing?
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. You know what I mean? Just, you know, that was showing love to the youth out the city where it's like no matter, yeah, real rap, Body Snatchers. So you know what I'm saying? So it was like they was young, but they still had like an organized rap group. You know what I mean? And they was hot. Yeah, I mean, you got Osama in them, so it was like, yeah, they definitely earned that.
Iceberg says this watch along format is dope, Mikey. It's like a director's cut behind the scenes of an interview. Exactly. Please note the watch along is a pause play live commentary format for those in the chat. Exactly.
Iceberg.
Exactly. It's pretty much like when a director and like a producer or a director and actor get together and do live commentary over the interview. So let's get back into it, man. Let's get back into it.
Man, like a nigga like ARF, you already seen that vision. You understand what I'm saying? So like that night when we won that shit, you know what I mean? It was a celebration. But I just knew that we was gonna win it. You understand what I'm saying? Cause like motherfuckers don't got the drive I got. They don't really understand and they don't got that drive. They just don't got the drive I got. You dig what I'm saying? For real, for real. I know how to promote my men. I know how to promote myself. I know how to not overdo it. You understand what I'm saying? I know what they want. I know what they want to hear. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, I ain't faking.
So Skinny, after meeting AR Rab with the group, how did the two of you eventually determine that you were going to be coming on to OBH as a solo artist?
It was like my whole joint, like even with that, it just like we was so locked in. First it was like,
Twiz, was it completely obvious why Skinny Me would have went on from the group? You know what I mean? The body snatchers, the you know what I'm saying, the murder gang. Was it completely obvious why Skinny Me would have been the one to go solo and join up with AR Rab and OBH? Or was it
Yeah.
pretty much the Bayot thing?
No, I mean, well, Bayot was half of it, but the other half of it was like, because on some real rap, if Ab felt loyal to Bayot and Skinny was like, you know what, this is my team. Ab could have been like, you know what, I'm gonna put your whole team on the strength of you. But Skinny stood out not because of his music, but because of his character when he ain't rapping. Just like how the interview, you can just, you get a different energy. It's like AR. AR might not been it's debatable of people that was in OBH that might have been more lyrical than Ab. But when that music is off and he talking, it's entertaining. You know what I mean? So Skinny just is naturally entertaining from being himself. And Ab saw that in him.
That's what's up, man.
it was Murder Gang, OBH. We had other homie named Get Busy Bam. He had Ben Trill. Our three groups together, we was the power group. You understand what I'm saying? We was the power group. You dig what I'm saying? We was the power group. A lot of little shit happened, whatever case may be. My whole thing is once Birdman co-signed ARAB, and however that would have went, it was just like, why not sign with my man? I ain't the nigga that's going to try to let me buck in front of him and try to sign with Birdman. When if Birdman signed him and he got his own shit, he turned his shit legit, I would sign with my man, which is ARAB. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not like it was like, oh, it wasn't like it was something like I had to do. It was just something I wanted to do because that's my friend. You understand what I'm saying? Like that was like the best thing to do for me. Like, all right, boom. If my man gets signed there tomorrow and he got his own label, why not sign with my man?
So right there, Twiz. I don't know if you've ever talked about it on the channel or on your channel actually, or when it was going down, but I want to get your thoughts on AR Rab getting that cosign for Cash Money. Did you think it was a wrap, or were you like, well, Birdman has had some questionable history and he is in the middle of losing Drake and Nicki, which I don't think he did lose, but there was rumors that they were all going to go with Wayne.
My truthful, how I really feel about it, I feel like when it comes to Birdman or Drake, they was both playing chess. You know what I mean? They was both playing chess because they had like little, whether it was serious or not, little issues with rappers from Philly. So it was like they saw AR like, AR certified. If I lock him in, it's like, yeah, I'm locked in with Philly for real. So, I think it was more of a chess move, relationships.
Yep. And then what do you think about everybody share this video? Let's go hit that like button, share this video. We got 91 people in here. This is the official watch along for my interview with Skinny Me. What do you think about Skinny Me ultimately saying, hey, looks like you're messing with Birdman. looks like that monster is going to jump behind you. So I will sign with OBH now. What do you make of Skinny being like, I might as well sign with my friend if I'm going to sign with anybody?
Yeah, back to, you know what I'm saying, back to what I was saying, that, you know, as far as the loyalty, like he was saying, like Birdman could have pulled him to the side and was like, you know what, Skinny, I want to sign you. I don't want to sign Ab and them. But the loyalty that Skinny had with AR, he was like, you know, I'm under Ab. Like, you know, you put Ab on, I'm behind him. So it's very rare to find somebody, especially when the fame start hitting, for them to play their position and, you know, not try to overlap the person that put them on, or, you know what I mean? So that just showed the lines of loyalty that Skinny was carrying.
I mean, shit, we were just talking about that the last few nights with the game, you know, getting
Facts.
put on by 50 Cent and then trying to, as you said, lap. You know what I mean? That's a
Facts.
proper term right there. He tried, when in reality, he could have made it so much further just being a member of G Unit and being a solo artist. Yeah, so I see
Facts.
where you're making that comparison right there, Twiz. But let's tap back into the interview for everybody just tapping in. And we're in our new format. This is a watch along format. We're going to do this here and there. I've got a lot of interviews for us to go over. And even Twiz has a bunch of dope interviews for us to go over.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? I still got what I got going on, but why not sign with my man? You understand what I'm saying? So like my man gave me an opportunity. That's my brother. I mean,
So let me ask you, Skinny, what type of relationship did you take on with Ab? You know, he seemed to always tell people, this is the skinny me. This, and I took it as though he was saying, this is like the skinny version of me.
oh no, it was like that's
Yeah, I kind of messed up there, Twiz, you know, because I kept on seeing Ab posts, yo, this is the skinny me. This is skinny me. And I thought Ab was, you know, Ab is a little bit bigger, you know what I mean? He's a big dude.
Yeah.
So I thought Ab was saying, like, in a promotion wise, I thought Ab was saying, like, yo, this is what the skinny version of me would be. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
You talking about the mini me treatment.
Right.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, I understand.
But I guess I was absolutely wrong, Twiz. What's good with your unfiltered conversations? Appreciate you for popping in tonight. Everybody hit that like button, share this video. So let's get to Skinny's response to that, man, because I feel like I'm one of those guys who does great like research when I'm doing an interview. So for that one to blow up in my face, it was kind of funny.
Well, it didn't blow up in your face because it probably was, you know, a lot of people that might have been thinking the same thing as you. So you clarified it and, you know, put out there where the name came from. So
you're pretty much like, well, I'm glad I didn't have to ask that question. I took a bullet for all y'all upcoming podcasters and bloggers out there. I thought Ab was saying that was the skinny version of him, but at one point I did tell Ab or ask Ab, I was like, yo, are you putting Little Johnny together with Skinny Me and doing like a group album? And Ab was like, no, they're doing their own albums, Mikey T. I'm like, oh, it was just a thought. Just a thought.
that is my name. You know what I'm saying? My
Right.
name. It was like you got Notorious B.I.G., Notorious Skinny Me. Like this is me. You understand what I'm saying? Like this is me. What you hear, what you see, is what you get from me. You understand what I'm saying? Like even like how when I first started off, like my Instagram, I might just say Skinny Me, and my Instagram name is JStreet_Bass. I don't gotta say this is Bass, hashtag this is Bass and AR and this person right here and this person right here. No, I'm gonna say Skinny Me, AR and whoever else. You understand what I'm saying? So it just stuck like that. It just stuck like that. But like with AR seeing me, where he's seeing himself be genuine. Like fuck the music, fuck the blogs, fuck the interviews that we do. We just genuine. You understand what I'm saying? And you really seeing that I was a nigga that ain't come with no motive.
Whoa. F the interviews. F the interviews. What kind of shit is that, Twiz?
You know, he's just keeping it a stack. That's how he felt, man. You know, it was there, but he wasn't pressed for none of that. He wasn't trying to, he wasn't, you know, chasing fame and nothing like that. It just, everything just fell in place.
Real shit, man. We're talking right here. This is an exclusive watch along for everybody tuning in. We just hit 100 people, Twiz. This is a new format from Mikey T, the movie star, and my co-host SV Twiz. We're doing a watch along from one of my best interviews. Well, actually, my first interview with Skinny Me. So let's get back into it here for everybody tuning in. Just giving our thoughts. I was being comical right there, Twiz. I don't know if you got the thought.
You know, I ain't got 100 tracks for ARA. It's not cause I couldn't, because I ain't want to. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I was my friend. Like, through it all, that was my friend. Like, he put me on this platform, but fuck this platform, fuck his rat weave and all that. That was like my friend. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't had no motive for other than that being my friend. Like, yeah, I rapped it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I rap or whatever the case may be. I got the squad, I got my gang and all that. I ain't really come with no motive for, you know what I'm saying? I got friends from the murder game that I made sure they grab on they solo projects and shit like that, but I ain't got that over here. I ain't on none of my solo projects. It's not because he ain't want to or I ain't want it. Ain't because I couldn't have him on there. It's because I just chose not to have him. I ain't had no motive. Like, you know what I'm saying? AR be my friend, and I accept his friends. I'd be like, all right, fuck it. I'll do a song with Brad before I really do a song with AR. Or I'll do a song with Reezy before I really do a song. You know what I'm saying? But I got a track with him on Who Harder Than Me 3 with the Murder Gang. I ain't never do nothing by myself with him. You understand what I'm saying?
So, Skinny, So, Twiz, what do you make of Skinny Me keeping that camaraderie with the other artists in his group? You know what I mean? He seemed like he was going pretty hard there. You know, he made sure Ab was actually on all of the members of his group's solo projects, whereas he didn't even have Ab on his solo project, from what he's saying.
That was just the friendship and the loyalty right there, man. You know what I mean? It's like where an artist at that time, where OBH was lit, you know, to be around Ab, you want them features with Ab. You know what I mean? People be, you know, it was people spending top dollar for features with Ab that wasn't even a part of OBH. So, like he said, you know, he looked at him as a true friend. So it was much deeper than rap for them too. You know what I mean?
You're right. You're right, man. You know, and plus you're talking about the features being on the
Mhm.
right place. You know, Who's Harder Than Me 3 was one of Ab's most prominent projects, probably my favorite from him. So to actually get the placement in the right spot like that, you know, that's when it really matters the most, you know.
Facts.
It's it's like they say, Twiz, you can lose a lot of the battles. Like a little of the little battles you can lose, but it's all about ultimately winning the war in the end. And getting on a project like that is, you know, it's getting momentum and winning the damn war.
Facts.
Yo, what's going on? Pittsburgh is in the house
Pittsburgh,
tonight.
much love and respect.
You a Pittsburgh guy, Twiz? You be going out there ever?
I got some folks that's from Philly, you know what I'm saying, that moved out Pittsburgh. Shout out to y'all, man.
Mr. Official 410, what's poppin'? Appreciate you for tapping in. I hope you guys are enjoying our new format. Let's get back into the interview here. What would you say that you actually learned most from AR Rab once he, you know, put on the CEO hat?
It was just like, you know, like what I learned from him. I learned a lot from him. I just learned to be like rare, and I already had that really installed in me. To be rare, be different, be unique. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? So it's just like I knew I knew the marketing part of it. You know what I'm saying? That's like one of the parts that like I could say I knew on my own a little bit, and I could say like I gained more acknowledgement of the whole marketing scheme. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, facts, man. And you had brought it up a little bit earlier, but what were your first thoughts when Birdman took interest in AR Rab? I mean, Birdman had brought over Gilly at one point.
It was like basically I was like, oh, this giving the reckless kind of hoop. You know what I'm saying? A nigga like a good one getting acknowledged. A nigga that's rare getting acknowledged. You understand what I'm saying? Like he is who he is in the streets and shit of Philly and to other cities and other states or whatever the case may be. But it's just like for another motherfucker that's successful to be like, oh, I see that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna go get behind that. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like sturdy. You know what I'm saying? It was like it was something different. The game like was getting something different. You know what I'm saying? We getting something raw, something authentic.
Did you think Cash Money would have been a good look for OBH just personally? I mean, I know you probably watched them throughout the years, Juvenile, Lil Wayne.
Yeah, I think to me, I think it was a perfect. I think it was a perfect fit for A. You understand what I'm saying? I think it was a perfect fit for A. You dig what I'm saying? Like it was a good fit for him.
Twiz, the hood blogger out of Philly, reporting on all the dopest Philly news. If anybody doesn't know, that's my co-host tonight, Twiz. Was Cash Money, Birdman, the home that created Lil Wayne, Juvenile, the Hot Boys, Nicki Minaj, Drake, was that, as Skinny Me said, do you agree? Was it a perfect fit for ARAB?
I'm not gonna say it was a perfect fit. It would have helped them. It would have helped them out a lot if they could have got the capital that Ab felt like he needed for his team. But artists or certain artists, I just see like they do better independent, man. Like Ab and them was doing like great independent. It's like if you try to sign the Locks to Cash Money, will that really boost their career more than their fan base they already carrying? I feel like artists like OBH, man, they wasn't industry enough. You know what I mean? They make great music, but you know, they wasn't like Drake or Nicki Minaj or nothing like that. Like their music is for a special fan base.
Appreciate you, Unfiltered, man. Appreciate that, man. Glad you're digging the new concept. Michael Andrews says ARAB can spit. Heard him throw down. Twiz, did you ever get a chance to hear ARAB spit in person? I even though I met Abs, trying to think if I heard him spit in the studio. Trying to think if I heard him spit in the studio because me and him were listening to some beats in the studio. So yeah, no, he didn't jump in the booth that time.
Yeah, I never heard him spit in person, but I had a nice convo with him in person. You know what I'm saying?
Right here, the Real Prophecy says, nah, it wasn't. As far as the fit with Cash Money, Ab should have signed with Swizz. They had history. Not trying to put you on the spot there, Twiz. Do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, when it come to the early 2000s, I don't think at the time where Ab had OBH branded so heavy, I don't think at that time, but like yeah, when he was with Larceny Family and all that, he's always had OBH. But around that time when he was up under Cass and still rocking the full surface chains, yeah, I mean that drink would have been lit.
Let me see right here. Unfiltered says if he would have signed with Cash Money, he would have been home right now. Honestly, they would have had lawyers to back him up. I thought I saw a different comment than that. That's not something you can really predict, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, you can't predict that. If that's the case, Master P brother would be home right now.
Yeah, if that's the case, 50 Cent could have got Max B out of jail with that rumored $4 million deal that was reported on the internet so many years ago. You know, you hear shit like that all the time, but look at Pooh Shiesty right now, arguably
Facts.
the hottest rapper, coming up, the hottest new rapper coming up in the game, and now he's going to be
Facts.
locked up for maybe a half a decade. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Look, shit. Another example of that is Bobby Shmurda, and I think Pooh
Facts.
Shiesty was arguably hotter than Bobby Shmurda. What do you think, Twiz?
Yeah, I agree. Pooh Shiesty had it. You know what I'm saying? Pooh Shiesty had more Jones where it was like really sticking.
Well, Tapia, stay tuned because we're going to be talking about Chapel Call pretty soon. This interview is going to be getting a little bit heavy, Twiz. It's getting a little bit heavy, man. And, you know, on this channel, we got to go all sorts of places, man. So let's get back into the interview. Everybody share this joint. Let them know Mikey T and SV Twiz are doing the official watch along. That's right. I don't know what other YouTube channels are doing it, but we're doing it right here.
I mean, that was like the best fit for him. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like to this day, I just feel like, man, all any bro had to do is just like boom, boom, boom. He could have inked the deal with him and shit. Got whatever bread he got from the nigga and shit like that. But whatever the contract was, he could have got the bread and just bought himself out the contract. I mean, once he got both of his foots in the game from the nigga. That's how I was looking at it. Like, man, bro, go sign that nigga. That nigga, he offered bro whatever he offered, bro. Bro, take that shit. You know what I mean? And just get his feet wet and buy himself out the contract. By the time you look up, he done already shopped you around with the goats, with the Drakes, or with these motherfuckers over here, with these motherfuckers over there. By the time you turn around and shit, like, you all way in. Like, you whole body, and not even just both of your feet sweat, your whole body in. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like that. And Ab could have just bought himself out the contract. You know what I mean? That's what I did. Even if I come on there tomorrow, you know what I mean? I signed with a motherfucker for like 100,000 or 200 or whatever the case may be. I signed with somebody just so I got friends that could buy me out contracts. You understand what I'm saying? So I ain't trying to sign with a motherfucker for $1 million, and I ain't got a friend that's in the streets and just flipping properties and shit like that. And he might don't have $1 million. You understand what I'm saying? But I know for sure by him flipping the little properties he got, he might have 300,000 or 500,000 to get me out a $100,000 contract. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how I would look at it. That's how I would look at it. Like, man, I take what y'all niggas offering just so my.
That was quite a bit of mathematics there. I can't say mathematically I really understood everything he was saying, Twiz, but I understand the vibe of what he's talking about. You know, take the record deal, get yourself involved in the music industry, make it so that people don't want to lose you. And then we've even heard about rappers buying themselves out of deal. I mean, look at who's the guy? One guy actually bought himself out of Birdman's deal. Money Man. You know what I'm saying? Money Man bought himself out of his deal.
Thanks.
Yes, I guess he paid upwards of nearly $250,000 to get out of his deal. I mean, shit. At that point, at that point, he had got famous enough to spend $250,000 on doing something like that. You know, it's like Skinny is saying here, which I definitely got to agree. He actually wanted Ab to get both of his feet in the game rather than have 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Thanks.
So I guess another question I want to ask you, Twiz, is Ab had addressed it in some of his music, turning down the Cash Money deal because he had the same money. You know?
Exactly.
What do you make of Ab turning down that deal? That it looks like Skinny Me would have liked him to take that deal.
Well, you know, Skinny Me is loyal, and he just thinking of probably what would have been the best for them. But you know, Ab was the boss to that camp. You know what I mean? He was the provider. He was the one giving artists like Skinny Me and other artists bread. So he understood the business of it. He been around Cass and Swiss. You know, you gotta remember, it's like say if they Birdman be like, I'll give you 250,000. It's like, bro, OBH had like 30 people in there. So what you know what I'm saying? So how is that going to get broken down? Now you under a contract. Now you gotta sell certain amount. Like, come on, like that money be loaned. You know what I mean? That's why I said I feel as though Ab was doing the right thing. Every artist or every rap group don't have what it takes to be independent. But Ab was doing the right thing by keeping it independent because, you know, he funneled so much traffic to their group by himself. Then he had certain members that added on to it. You know what I mean? So AR made the right business decision by not taking that deal.
Yeah, Schizo said that he thinks Ab was good, independent. And yeah, if they're not offering numbers that you really can't deny, like I'm sure Ab probably would have accepted $1 million deal without question. You know, if he had got $1 million deal like 50 Cent or whatever, you know, like shit, Papoose got a $1.5 million deal from Jive. But, and then Chief Keef, you hear about things like Chief Keef getting $6 million deal, other rappers getting $8 million deals. So it really just, when somebody offers you like a $500,000, or as you were saying, like $200,000 to $400,000, it kind of makes you turn your head. Like we had heard in the past, French Montana speaking on that type of shit and other artists. Iceberg says, how are they going to offer me what I already got? Arab referring to the Cash Money deal.
Thanks.
French Montana said the same shit back in the day when he was doing some of his early touring, when he was going to 40 or 50 cities for $7,000 or $8,000 a piece. He was like, why am I gonna give everything up? You know what I mean? But obviously Bad Boy took French to a whole nother level, in my opinion. Just like I think Skinny is saying that Cash Money could have taken Arab to a whole nother level. Do you think they would? Birdman hasn't traditionally had any success with an artist like Arab, Twiz.
Yeah, I don't think so. Like I said, Eminem was a different kind of artist, man. Yeah, I mean, we talking about to the world. It's like, yeah, I mean, we can put up on a song like Wasted. Wasted. We remember Wasted where you know what I'm saying, they had Young Money all on there. Now, you know what OVH artists would have been able to feature on that. Like it's not they music, even they street music is more commercialized. Like Eminem is more
Wasted?
Yeah.
You're talking about the song Wasted with Gucci Mane?
Yeah, like a song like that with that kind of energy. Like
I guess probably the only one I could say would feature on that song would probably have to be Little Johnny or Arab himself. Arab would be like, I just took 8 perk 10s, I'm wasted.
yeah, he might could squeeze on that John, but like you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Like you got a
I
point
just
with
popped
that.
8 perk 10s, I'm wasted.
You know what I'm saying? I just drank a pint of purple, I'm wasted.
I'm done clean, I don't leave no traces.
Yeah,
Jay-Z, he popped
yeah, he might
8.
could get away with it, but I mean
Right.
overall they got like a different fan base, man. Like I said, it's no different than Baby Sign and the Locks. Like will they add spunk to them, or is the Locks fan base just gonna follow because of, you know what I'm saying? Like the industry get tricky like that. That's why you got artists out here like Benny the Butcher and them, like they move how they move. Even if they get somebody behind them, they style of music is they style of music.
Yo, I want everybody to share this video. We're doing an exclusive watch along tonight. We're going to start doing this a lot more with all of my exclusive interviews over the past 10 years. Twiz and I, we got the connection here, brother. So, Twiz really be breaking down a lot of shit. You guys got to tap in on the Hood Blogger page. And that's why I'm like, yo, if I'm going to comment on my interviews, I'm going to do it with Twiz, man. You know what I'm saying? A real hood blogger. And me, I'm just on the spectrum going crazy. So let's get back to this right here.
All right, out now, be back independently. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, and one thing that Ab said when asked why he took interest with signing with Birdman, he said, look at all the guys around him. He's made them all millionaires.
Yeah.
Drake, Wayne, Juvie, Nicki, Tyga even.
Yeah, he a bull. Like Birdman a bull. Like motherfucker, you can't take nothing from a nigga like Birdman. You dig what I'm saying? He a bull. Like I said, man, I just wish bro would have just, took up on the offer. You know what I'm saying? And made the best out of this shit. You know what I mean? Motherfucker won't be going through what he going through now and all that shit.
So Skinny man, let's go. Twiz, I just want to give you a second if you had anything that you wanted to say about Birdman. I mean, I know you don't usually do streams about him, so this would really be the opportunity. Like I said, you can't take anything away from Birdman. In reality, he's made a label from the ground up, put on solo artists, he's put on groups. You know what I'm saying? Any thing you want to say about Birdman? We got like 100 people watching right now.
Well, definitely not nothing besides he a great businessman, great entrepreneur. He got the senses of what makes sense, bro. So it's like He determined behind what he stands for. He's serious about his business, and he be doing it for years, bro. You know what I'm saying? Since the '90s, and it was never a point that he fell off, man. You know what I'm saying? He never fell off, man. So, definitely salute to him and his craft, period.
There was never a point where Birdman fell off. So that's what you're
Never.
saying, Twiz. There was
Yeah.
never. Wow. Okay. We might have to
Yep.
come in and debate that at one point. I like it, man. It gives me a reason to go do some research. All right, let's get back into it here. I like this picture of Compton Menace, AR Rab, and Birdman. Salute my brother Compton Menace. He was just in the movie Fatal. Drake shouted out AR Rab. I'm in the rave bumping AR Rab. What was your take on that? Guys, I got to tell you something. Sorry to cut the interview off. So that line right there, I'm in the rave bumping AR Rab. You would think it's like a really easy lyric to remember when you're in an interview, right, Twiz?
Facts.
I mean, you could just say it for me one time. Say it for me one time.
Facts. Like you say, I'm in the bump. I'm in the race banging AR ad. You know what I'm saying? That joint stuck heavy.
Bro, I'm putting my own self on blast right here, man, because we're on the exclusive commentary. I butchered that shit. I had to heavily edit that. I was like, yo, I'm in the rave, the AR ad. I was like, hold on, Skinny, give me a second. I had to double take that shit, and I got it. I just had to be real on that one, Iceberg. Sometimes
it's a fact though, because that joint right there, that's what sparked up everything. That was the checkmate right there that Drake, you know what I'm saying, did with Meek and all of that. So that's, you know what I'm saying, that was the vicious chess move. That's where a lot of controversy came from. That one line right there.
Yeah, man. I wish Drake would have said, I'm in the rave picking up AR Rab. You know what I'm saying? I wish I'm in the rave and I'm picking up AR Rab. You know what I mean? And then he would have actually went and picked. But that's a whole nother story, man. I just wanted to let the world know that, man. Sometimes in this game, you can mess things up too. Don't think it's the end of the world. You know what I mean? I think Twiz even just almost messed up the line a second ago.
Facts. I ain't gonna say it word for word, but we know what the point was on that joint. Like, you know what I mean?
Yep. Yo, okay. Joseph says, Twiz, you tell it how it is. Love you, buds. Toronto.
Much love, Joseph. You know how we carry it. Big shout out to Toronto, man. You already.
Well, let me see. Schizo said, facts. AR crew has a different sound that was more story and street telling.
Facts.
All right, let's get back to it here for everybody tuning in and enjoying the watch along. It shot Ab through the roof.
It's like, I mean, I woke up to this shit. I mean, just like everybody else woke up to this shit. It was like, oh shit. I mean, it was like, oh shit. He said Brew name. He could have said anybody's name. I mean, but he said Brew name for his own little reason. For whatever reason, he said Brew name. He said Brew name. You dig what I'm saying? Like, but he, like I said, it's a million rappers in Philly who then he could have said. You dig what I'm saying? But he said Brew name for his own little reason. I mean.
So why do you think it was AR Rab's name that Drake said? I mean, Drake literally just chose the most gangster rapper since 50 Cent to shout out.
I mean, to me personally.
Pause. Was I bugging? Was I bugging right there, Twiz?
No, you weren't bugging.
The most gangster rapper since 50 Cent.
Well,
was I bugging?
Well, yeah, it's just deeper than that, man. You wasn't bugging from, how you asked the question or whatever. But it get real deep when we talk about that situation right there. Like,
yeah. Iceberg says every Drake fan was like, "Who's AR Rab? Let me Google this man, Mr. Top Goon."
Facts.
And also shout out to Bella K. If you look at Iceberg's picture, that's Bella K right there. Yo, Iceberg, put her shit up, put her Instagram up, man, so everybody can follow Bella K. She's rising in the scene in New York, man.
Probably
Joseph.
Motherfucker AR getting millions of views. Running around, switching beats and knowledge, and a bunch of motherfuckers acknowledge him and all that shit like that. It's just like he probably stumbled across AR on YouTube one day. You know what I mean? Seen him on YouTube one day. and probably trying to figure some shit out. Like, why this nigga ain't in the forefront of the light? Why this nigga ain't getting blinded with the high beams? You dig what I'm saying? So it's just like, I'm gonna say this nigga, man. He already getting 1 million views and shit like that. I mean, he genuine. You know what I'm saying? He seemed like he genuine. You know what I'm saying? To the nigga Drake don't really know him. So it's like Drake look from outside looking in. Once you see him, you like, yo. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna say this nigga name. He talk that shit. You know what I mean? Other motherfuckers ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. You dig what I'm saying? Probably just seen him, felt his aura, seen that. I mean, one of the good niggas in Philly. I mean, head niggas in Philly. You know what I mean?
That's how it works a lot of the times, Twiz. Sometimes an artist will see somebody, they won't want to acknowledge them if they don't really have a certain amount of notoriety around their name. But if you look, like, I'm not sure if I'm going to ask you in a second about this, but if Drake was looking and he saw Arab there and he saw, okay, this guy has 300,000 views attached to his name. He has another one there, 100,000 views. He's got another one there, 1,000,000 views. You know what I mean? Like, that would make him, I think, more accepting to actually saying his name on track. Do you think that's how it played out, Twiz? Do you think that Drake was on YouTube more than likely and seeing Arab's videos?
You don't want me to answer that, Mikey. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna want that answer from me on this panel. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Does that one get deep?
I doubt it was that though. I can say that. You know what I'm saying? It was I can break it down like this. Like, it was just some things allegedly going on behind scenes when Ab and them was trying to get on. And people in the industry, me had relationships and was doing music with certain people. So, people kind of knew what was going on, whether it was a rumor or not. So that fell in with the chess move of what Drake did, if that makes sense, without saying too much on the joint. Like, I don't want to, you know what I mean? I don't want to do this while we on live.
So you don't think it was Drake seeing the freestyles from This Is 50 or
So you mean to tell me Drake got time to sit down and watch ARAB on YouTube? How he gonna watch ARAB on YouTube if, like, we talking about somebody like Drake, man? Like, you know what I mean? It's a reason that he knew even who AR was. So it was like a bunch of allegations going on behind scenes even before that had happened. So that's why he did that, and that's why Meek got so upset about it. You know what I mean? So if people could read between them lines, that's how I see it, and that make more sense to me than Drake just sitting at home one time like, hey, let me look up some Philly rappers or something. Hey, who's this guy? AR Ab? No, he knew who AR was. You know what I mean?
So a strategic chess move, actually.
Facts.
Shit, you know what I mean? For whatever little reason he said that shit. You know what I mean? He probably had a personal reason he said it, but who knows? Don't nobody know.
Seems like Skinny Me just clarified it right there, saying he might have had a personal reason to do it. But let's get back to the
why he really said it, but he said it for a reason. You dig what I'm saying? Could have been anybody, but he said his.
Speaking of views, Skinny, let's talk about a career milestone for you, man. Chapel Call hit over 500K views this year, since you've been locked up, I should say.
Oh, yeah. Chapel Call. Like, one thing about Chapel Call and shit, that shit raw. Shit ain't got that shit raw. I think I'm plucking ashes in a low main when it first come on. Shit raw. I was on
I'm plucking ashes in the low main. Twiz, let me ask you, were you a Chapel Call guy? Was that your joint?
No, yeah, that joint was fire. It hit hard. It hit hard for people that have been in jail before, because you know exactly what he's talking about. You know what I mean? The last thing you want is a Chapel Call.
The last thing you want is a Chapel Call. It's kind of crazy that Skinny, who had the major single Chapel Call, actually got a Chapel Call while he was locked up. Let's get into that here, man. Really emotional part of the interview, man.
I want to run. Like when people don't know about Chapel Call and shit, I mean, Chapel Call old, real old. Recorded Chapel Call in like 2017, May the 11th, May the 7th, some shit like that. That's like my first project. I shot it like 2018. I knew that it was going to catch, but I'm like, this time I'm going to bait the niggas out. I'm going to bait everybody out with this. I'm going to throw this shit out there. This shit going to be so hot to them. They going to think it's no. Over time, this shit old. If these niggas going crazy about something old, just imagine when they hear the new shit. You understand what I'm saying? I gave them Notorious, that freestyle Notorious. That was like new. You know what I'm saying? I recorded that. Oh, boom, boom. That's like way newer than Chapel Call. That's how I know I'm do. I'm gonna go shoot a video for my first mixtape ever. Only got 2 mixtapes. I'm gonna go shoot a video for my first mixtape. Boom. You know what I mean? That's just how I do shit. You know what I mean? And then Chapel Call, like, it's raw. Everybody feel like that. They killed my niggas. And I went and got revenge for them. Everybody should feel like that. You dig what I'm saying? Especially the ones that's like active. You dig what I'm saying? So like, man, Chapel Call, like, that shit gonna be at the mill soon. You know what I mean? And everything else gonna follow behind it. Cause like everything I come out with, like, it ain't no miss, it's a hit. I mean, everything getting 100, bro. Me talking, shit getting 100K. Me rapping, that shit getting half a mils. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's what we on.
Skinny, can you tell me the Twiz, that's not really something you can use when you go into the courtroom, though. You can't be like, yo, Your Honor, my interviews are getting 100,000 views. My music videos are getting 500,000 views. People really want to see me out there.
Facts. You can't use that, man. If you got a label behind you and it's organized, then it can be like, this guy's positive or whatever. He got this going on, but that's like independent artists. They ain't trying to hear that. That make them want to nail you more. Like, you out here, you getting accused of something foul, and you talking about, you running all this up over the internet. Like, they don't be trying to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, shit, even in bigger artist case, we've seen the labels fail to get them out of jail. You know what I mean? So
Facts.
independent artists, you know what I mean? They literally, as we spoke on the other night, you literally are probably calling the bail bondsman if you're signed to an independent label.
Facts.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But let's get back into it here. Significance behind the title. What does Chapel Call actually mean?
Chapel Call. I just went through a Chapel Call. My mom died.
Rest in peace.
And my mom just died in October 9th. My mom died. I just went to a Chapel Call myself. I mean, some shit like that. Tragic happened in the family. You know what I mean? Get called to a chapel. You know what I mean? It's like a little, I guess, somewhat like a pastor or whatever. You know what I mean? If you Muslim, have an imam talk to you, whatever the case may be. You dig what I'm saying? Like when a chapel call you, something serious happened. Death. You know what I'm saying? Like, chapel calls just like death. Walk through the halls and just like, it was like, man, I just know who died. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know. Like, when they call you for the chapel, you trying to figure out who died. Like, who died? You understand?
So you get the chapel call, Twiz, and then you're walking down the hallway. Can you?
Yeah, it's like,
run me through that.
Yeah, so say for instance, you in jail, right? I mean, that's where the chapel call come from. So it could have just been a cool night, bro. You know what I'm saying? You was just on the block was open. You just got done busting down the Chi with 7 of your boys. Now the jail locked down, and they come to your cell and be like, you gotta go to the chapel. They say your government name. So get up. Come on, you going to the chapel. Once they say that, you sick in your stomach. The CO ain't saying your mom died, your brother this. You don't know nothing until you go to that chapel. When you go to that chapel, then if you go to the chapel, it's immediate family. It's immediate family. And then, you know what I'm saying, you don't know who you lost until you go into that chapel. So you get broken in news in the chapel. You're not gonna get to go to the funeral or janaza, whatever the situation is, and then they send you back to your block in your cell, and you just sitting there on top of the stress you already had, and that reality is just clicking in. Like, I can't believe this.
Now, Twiz, we had spoke on, some of that Al Capone type stuff earlier. Back in those days, it seemed like when you were incarcerated that you would have the ability to get out for funerals and stuff. Why has that changed so much in recent years?
Well, I know, like, are they real tight on the flight risk. Like, if you sentence, say you had 40 years and you got like 25, 30 in, and you was like a good inmate or something, how they look at you, you might have a chance to go to the viewing. But in Skinny situation, Skinny in the county, he's still fighting his case. They don't let you come out for nothing. It don't matter who it is. You ain't coming for no funerals or nothing like that. Big Factsville, salute, bro. So the county, they don't let you do none of that. Like,
And Twiz, just your opinion. So a guy like myself goes in front of the judge. I hit him with Your Honor. Your Honor, I'm in high demand. Respectfully, I'm off this. I ain't feeling this bid. I'm out of here. I'm doing too many views. How does the judge respond to that?
they not gonna try to hear it. They gonna pretty much play. They gonna be like, well, son, you should have thought about that before you court these charges right here. Like, I mean, they'd be like, if you would have took that more serious and stayed away from this, even though you innocent until proven guilty, when you go in them courtrooms, they don't treat you like that. You getting judged off of your charges, and your lawyer have to, tear everything apart to make it like you can't convict my client. But other than that, you get treated like you guilty from the rip once you step foot in that jail.
No. But Your Honor, I've got YouTube videos to make. You don't understand. I got to get up out of here. So, tell this guy to let me go. Like, take these.
Yeah. They come like, that's not my problem, sir. I see you June 8th. Hit that mile.
Oh, my God. All right, let's get back into the interview. What's up, Big Facts? Appreciate you for tuning in. If you're wondering what's going on, if anybody's wondering what's going on right now, we're actually doing an exclusive watch along, new concept on the show. Iceberg said the main thing is get a bail, though. Well, Iceberg, you didn't put that in the first part of the conversation, bro. If you would have wrote now I've got to wait till June 8th to go before the Honorable Judge SV Twiz and ask for a bail. You're making me look more crazy than Straight Drop asking for 7 days to get a lawyer. T.I., I told you, bro, I could be your opening act. I could be T.I.'s opening act, Twiz.
Man, it just happened that my last chapel calling shit was my mom. Before that, it was my little cousin Wood. I always talk about in my raps. I mean, I was in jail. You only get called when the chaplain only really call you like when you're in jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you out on the streets, a chaplain will call you. They come out to a hospital when a motherfucker on their deathbed and shit like that. They know they ain't looking good and all that shit like that and all that. And they try to give you like little words of encouragement or whatever. You know what I mean? A chapel call, that's like when the death happened.
Twiz, could you share any words of encouragement that a CO would offer you while you were incarcerated? Do you have any examples of this?
COs mostly don't encourage you. Like, they don't be like, oh, it's going to be all right. If anything, if you dug in on that block or you respected on that block, then they'll talk to you like humans. Like COs is a part of the jail. So, once you in there for a while, certain COs have certain respect for certain inmates. So if it's somebody that's well respected, they just like, you know what, man, you just like, you know what I'm saying, you gonna get out, man. Just stay out, bro. Like, this ain't gonna be forever. But most of the time, the COs don't really, you know what I'm saying? They might give you like like they got something called like block workers on the jail where the block workers get to be out more than the regular inmates. They come out, can clean the block, and they can sit out there and be have access to the TVs and phones when the rest of the block locked down. So if a CO got a little relationship with you, they might just crank your cell like you a block worker. Like they just try to, try to make it easier for you if they that type of CO. But most of the time, they're not really doing too much of encouragement, not too much.
She was gonna make you, and she gonna break you. Man, it was like it's like a fair. You know what I'm saying? My only fear was losing my mind. Lost my mind. Can't face to face with my fear. You know what I'm saying? Nothing not fair. That's my only fear. You dig what I'm saying? I'm over my fears. I broke my fear already. I lost. You understand what I'm saying? But that's that. Chapel call.
Skinny, I'm really sorry to hear about your mom, man. I see how much that hurt you. Really sorry to talk to you about that. But, man, I wanted to bring up some of the comments that were posted. Yeah, before we get into these comments, because I went over a few of the comments in the videos and stuff, people asking Skinny if he was on the run. But that was, hard for me to talk about with Skinny because he had told me, that Chapel Call had hit the milestone of 500,000 views, Twiz. So I wanted to speak on that. But it was just pretty, rough to speak with him about, the passing of his mother, man. You know what I'm saying?
I meant to say something too, Mikey. Like, I think I misunderstood your question. Like, when you get called out for a chapel call and you go to the chapel, the CO's not the one you talking to. Like,
Right.
yeah, I mean, it would be like a priest or
I
if
was
you
about
Muslim,
to
it would be
ask you
the
that.
imam.
I was gonna say, yeah, because he had said a He-Man. But I was gonna ask you, Twiz, like as well as the COs. But I didn't want to drag on with it, you know what I mean? But I was gonna ask you, like, aside from seeing a CO who offered you some, words of encouragement, did you ever see any priests while you were locked up?
No, I'm Muslim, so I'll be going to like you know what I'm saying? We go to Jumu'at or they have like Talim.
So you
And,
did.
you know,
You did go.
yeah, but not over a death. Like last time I had an immediate death, I was in juvenile placement. Yeah, I mean, but I didn't have any immediate family members die while I was incarcerated as an adult.
No, I was just more so wondering if you had actually come across, anybody, a priest or, what has to do with your religious beliefs. If
Yeah,
that's a
yeah,
common occurrence in jail, I was kind of wondering.
yeah. So just to give a quick briefer on that, like if you Christian or something like that, they do church every Sunday. If you Muslim, they do Jumu'at every Friday, and they also have like Bible study for Christians, and they have Talim for Muslims, which is like a class where you can go in there and you can talk. But a lot of times you also have people on your jail block that's knowledgeable with a religion, so they hold classes and things like that and pray together on the actual jail block, even if somebody don't come into the prison and hold those actual services.
And you did that every Friday?
Yeah, Jumu'at was every Friday. Even like Ramadan and all that, you fast together. You they wake you up extra early. You get your sahura bags, and when it's time to break fast, because they know the Muslims can't eat throughout the day, they give you like a bunch of food in the jail and the imam to make sure that y'all getting your sahura bags and everything. So yeah, they tend to every religious belief inside there.
So you got a lot of re-encouragement going there every Friday, Twiz.
Facts. It takes you away and it just give you a space and closer to who you praise. But in jail, it's like when you get back to that block and there's so much griminess and still you know what I'm saying, it take you away from it. So for that time of during your service or whatever your belief is, you get that escape. But eventually it get wiped right back away when you get back on the block.
All right, so just before we move away from it, how long do these services last?
Maybe like an hour.
1 hour? Okay.
Yeah, like Jumat, you go in there, you pray, you offer the Jumat prayer, which is the Friday prayer. You know what I mean? And other the imam would give what they call a kuppah, where they just it's just like if you go to church or something and they give you like speak on the religion and kind of tell you about yourself also. Like we can't do this, we can't do that. So it just you see some of the toughest guys in the jail in there, and that put them in such a positive and relaxed space when you go to these services. You know what I mean? So it helped keep the inmates level headed to not keep them segregated from everything as far as in the world.
That's exactly why I wanted you here on this watch along, Twiz. Such insightful knowledge right there. And I'm glad you brought it back as well, because we could have left it there quite simply at the COs because you broke it down so eloquently. But, you
Appreciate it.
brought it back up because you realize that on this stream, we really do go the extra mile. We're doing some
Facts.
real shit here, man. I really feel like we're on some director and producer shit here. You know what I mean? I can't
Facts.
wait. I can't wait till we get the rapper to come in from actually one of the interviews and we're really going to dissect this thing. You know what I mean? And really
Facts.
ask him what he meant about that and go further with questions. But let's get back into it here. If you haven't listened to the record yet, go listen to it. It's Chapel Call. Go run those streams up if you've already heard it. Skinny Me is going towards 1 million views on that record. Also, go subscribe to SV Twiz at the Hood Blogger, DA on YouTube. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure you do that right now. Thanks for tuning in for our official first watch along with on the Chapel Call video, man. Quite a few comments on the video. One guy said, I've probably played this song like 40 times, no cap. I keep coming back. This shit go hard. My favorite line is, I'll take a shot to give a shot. Someone else said, Skinny was on the run while filming this video. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that's real accurate. As you see in the video, playing with a bike, like I shoot like the little kid in me. You know what I'm saying? Like fixing like a flat tire. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a basement inside like a little bedroom. You know what I'm saying? Got all everything I'm kind of talking about. You see it flash through the video. It ain't like how my other videos, I'd be outside somewhere. You understand what I'm saying? I've been outside somewhere in the middle of Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Skinny Me would usually film his videos outside and he would be shooting a pretty vicious scene, Twiz, and it's like I was just thinking about that a few days ago. It's like a cop got to be rolling by and like, yo, what are you guys doing? Like, get down on the ground. What are you doing? Yo, we're shooting a video here, man. Because Skinny's videos were pretty graphic in nature, Twiz. But I also want to touch on the fact that he was on the run. What other rappers do you know that were actually carrying on their careers on the run? I guess the most notable one to me would have to be Tony Yayo, who was running around while 50 Cent, was getting popping. And then he had gotten locked up with all of them. I think it was on like New Year's Eve or some shit.
The only other artist that I know offhand, and they not no sound artists, but they are artists from Philly, was Joey Jihad. Joey Jihad was on the run for years, and he was doing blogs and all types of stuff while he was on the run. He was on the run at least 5 years. Yeah.
No shit. Did being on the run, it must have prevented him from getting a record deal back then?
Yeah, 50 was going to sign him. He was going to get signed with 50. You know what I mean? 50 was looking at him for sure, and it might have been somebody else, but I know 50 was looking at him, and they ain't want to do the deal because, he was on the run.
Wow. So you think that would have worked out? I mean, I know 50 was doing a lot of dealings in Philly, but do you think that would have actually been the Philly artist that 50 Cent actually signed?
Early 2000s, yeah, I think he would have signed him and he would have took off because he also had Mike Knox under the wing, but had would have took off more than, Mike Knox as far as on the music tip.
Yeah, he would have opened the gates for a Mike Knox, or if it was, say, Tone Trump, because I know Tone Trump was affiliated with all of them back in the day as well. I think
True.
I think Joey would have opened the gates, man. And
Mm-hmm.
you got to be talking about. Are you talking about 2005, 2006, or are we more so talking about
Yeah.
2008,
Yeah,
2005,
he was
2006?
he was looking at him from like around '06 to '08, and then he was on the run for a minute. Salute, Nick. Actually, when he had got locked up, this was at the time when Ab did that bid before. When Ab went up boot camp, Ab and Had was at the same boot. That's why Had, we know Hattie for like the dreads, like the braids and all of that.
Right?
But boot camp, they make you take everything. Baldy, you gotta shave everything off. That's why Ab had a clean face when he came home from that bed. But they was both up boot camp together.
That's very interesting. I'm not sure if Joey Jihad actually told me about that, but I did do an interview with AR Rab actually speaking
Hmm.
about that boot camp experience that you're talking
Hmm.
about. For everybody just tapping in, we're actually doing an official watch along interview. This is from my interview with Skinny Me. George McCarthy asked a question. He said, "Whatever happened to Stolly? Is he still rapping?"
That's a good
Stolly is
question.
Stolly is still rapping. Yeah. He signed with MMG, and although that
Hmm.
deal didn't go as crazy as the Meek Mill and the Wale situations, Stolly still kept his head in the game and built with a lot of independent labels, I believe, Twiz, just from watching his
Facts.
career. When he was still rocking with MMG, he was already releasing projects on independent labels. Uh,
Facts.
selling a few units, you know what I mean? But what else are you going to do? You're in this game to create music, to sell it, to pay for your
Facts.
livelihood. Yeah. So Stolly kept making music. But let's get back into this.
Some wicked shit. You dig what I'm saying? But I'm in a basement. I'm in a room. I ain't really nowhere. I'm never outside. You understand what I'm saying? Like I was never outside.
And this is Skinny Me actually talking about being on the run.
But it's just like the response I get from chat with call and shit, I just knew it was gonna feel it because authentic. And I don't take nothing from rap. And motherfuckers that's out there rapping. That is a big difference. You know what I'm saying? Like I freestyle my raps, but I freestyle my raps because it's easy to give you the truth. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like I said what the beat told me to say. You understand what I'm saying? Like the beat told me to say it. Listen to the beat. I mean, the beat is just like deep. You get what I'm saying? So like the beat told me to say. You know what I'm saying? It's like so.
Hey Twiz, I don't know how common it is in Philadelphia, but what have you made of rappers starting to, freestyle, just jump in the booth rather than write something down on a pad, you know what I mean? Just freestyle and go in from 4 bars to 4 bars or whatever, type of way that they do it. What have you made of that over the years? How do you like it in
Um,
comparison?
what I make of it is, um, every rapper freestyles. It's just that how long can a rapper freestyle? A freestyle is like Skinny said, you put the beat on and that line come in your head. If you write in a rap, that line just gotta jump in your head. And what you do, you write it down and you save it. But you got artists where when that beat come on, when them lines come in their head, they can keep coming and they can keep coming, and they might not have to write it down. So some people just more talented at it, but I feel like the beat in the situation, it just, it all rolls. Like I said, others is better.
I
Real
really
rap,
like
George.
I really like how you broke that down. Are you familiar with the record that George is talking about here? The Roman
Facts.
Revenge remix that Joey did. Are you familiar with that at all?
Yeah, facts. Facts. And had got a lot of Jones I like, man. I like what's that? The Get Back. You know what I mean? That joint was like people was really riding around
To
listening to
Get
that.
Back? What do you mean
Yeah,
Get Back? Was he doing a remix when Ludacris had that song Get Back, Get Back?
that joint was lit. But no, he did a Get Back after the little knockout video situation, and that was like a diss to like all the rappers and stuff like that. But the beat was crazy. Like people was really driving around listening to that, and that was rare during the DVD era, where like DVDs, people would sit at home and watch it with the homies, and you talk about it on the block. But to be a DVD rapper and you hear somebody driving past listening to that joint, like that joint was hitting hard. Like,
Yeah, that was one of the dope Ludacris songs. Yeah. Y'all don't know me
yeah, that
like that.
yeah, that
But
was that work though for Luda though.
but yeah, speaking of get back, let's get back to this interview with Skinny Me, man. And what have you thought about this interview overall so far, Twiz, man? I feel like there's a
Um,
lot of information in here.
I think it was a great interview because most of Skinny Me interviews, it was like Ab and them around, so he didn't really get to touch up on himself too much. It would be like Ab, like Ali ooping them, and he'd say a little bit here and there. So you touched up on a lot of things, Mikey. And I do got to get out of here soon, so I'm gonna just stay on for a couple more minutes.
All right, let's get back into it.
Like,
All right.
it ain't no gimmick with it. Just like that's how I was feeling. You know what I'm saying, like my experience. I'm talking about my past experience. What's going on?
Yeah, another comment. This is a very realistic visual and energy of street life. Rap is hated on, but the only genre to capture American realities. Skinny
Like,
Me's, huh? Skinny?
yeah, like I tell everybody, with rap, it's easier. It's easier. Like with rap, it's like easy. It's like this. If you rap about money, gotta show money. Everybody really ain't got no fucking money. Rap about foreign cars, gotta show foreign cars. Everybody really ain't got no fucking foreign car. The easiest thing to rap about, violence. Like what you grew up around. You ain't even gotta actually be active. If you narrating the streets, that's way more easier than rapping about all that other shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's easy to show violence. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? To make gun gestures with your hands. You get acted out. You get acted out in your videos. But what I am, like, I'm a visionary. Before I come up with the lyrics, I see this shit already. It start with the beat. Start with the beat. You know what I'm saying? The beat tell me to say that shit. And I just say it. You know what I'm saying? But I also see it. I'm a visionary. I see what I'm doing. So this will make my videos better than anybody else's videos. I'm a visionary. I can see it. You know what I mean? Interviews, I don't talk violent in interviews and none of that shit like that. But I'm going to show you that shit in these videos. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure what's going on in the city of Philadelphia. I'm sure what's going on at every neighborhood throughout the whole world. I'm going to show you what's going on in my videos. I'm acting out. And I ain't saying I'm being active. You know what I'm saying? I'm just showing you, like, this was going on. This shit before us. So motherfuckers speaking about violence, they ain't really got to talk about what's going on today. This shit was before us. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit before us. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit was before us. You know what I'm saying? This shit before me. Before rap era under me. Before rap era. It's before all this violence that we speaking on. This shit is before us. We didn't sing this shit, bro. It was movies we was watching or documentaries we was watching. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, it's more easier to talk about this kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? The killings. You know what I mean? Smokers, crackheads, drug dealing, like whatever. Like robberies. It's easy to talk about that. You understand what I'm saying? Cut the fucking news on. This is going on in the news 24/7. You understand what I'm saying? CNN, all around the fucking world. This is going on. You rap about it. You know what I mean? Everybody got somebody that died before. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody. Whether you're trying to be in denial to it, or you straight up about it. Everybody got family member that died. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody know a motherfucker that's in jail for something they did or didn't do. You understand what I'm saying?
Facts, man. I hear you, Skinny. You know, for all your fans that are wondering, can you give any update on your case at this time? If you can't, I respect it.
No, like, my whole thing is, everybody know I'm being framed. This is a serious situation. I'm just being framed. You know what I'm saying? They all know that. Just gaining following, got power. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just like, and then Dad got like a case of mistaken identity. You know what I'm saying? Like, got a good lawyer, paid top notch money for my lawyer. You understand what I'm saying? So like, got a good lawyer. And man, I believe you could prove my innocent. And man, we're going to prove my, not even I believe it, we're going to prove my innocent. You understand what I'm saying? And that's just like, that's just it. And man, start trial next year. We're going to prove my innocent. You dig what I'm saying? Like I said, it's a big case of mistaken identity. We're going to prove that.
There it is right there, Twiz, the official interview with Skinny Me. I want to know, how did everybody in the chat feel about it? How did you like our commentary tonight? It was sort of like a throwback to the beginning of the DVD era when you could hear the director's input. Twiz, give me your overall feelings on the interview, man. We really covered everything in there, from, Skinny first getting involved in music, to forming his first group, to then going on to becoming a solo artist with OBH. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me, man.
My overall feeling about the interview is we got to understand Skinny Me as more of a person instead of just trying to label him as a person through his music. You know what I mean? Like I said, most of the time Skinny talk on camera, it'd be like little brief minutes, little 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes here and there. You ask them some heavy questions, man, like even as far as him getting involved with rap, like when did he ever speak on that? He never spoke on that, period. You know what I mean? Him losing his mom while being incarcerated. And it also show you, how level headed he is, and how much love he had for you too, also for even giving you an interview at the time where his life is on the line. Like, we cannot forget his life is on the line. So for him to take the time out to even do the interview with you, that's heavy right there. You know what I mean? If this case is lost, it's like it's no coming home at all. But you don't hear it in his voice. He's still talking level headed. He dropped gems. He still, shows and got people to understand his loyalty to AR. And, we just heard a lot of things, man. And, through the interview, you get to understand, you know, how his brain function, how he look at things, you know, how he rap, freestyling and things like that. So, it was an exclusive interview, man. And it was a bunch of things that I heard on the interview, me myself being from Philly, that I didn't know myself. So it was a very dope interview, man. And salute this Skinny Me, Biggie with the weight off, and God's willing, he can get out his situation, man, because it's like, if he get out, he going to take off, man. And it's not going to be no looking back, because the older you get, the more mature you get. And you know what I'm talking about? Like, you just move differently, man. So it's like, not saying he wasn't moving properly, but when he come home, I know he going to be 110%, 150% in the music, and understand what the Most High blessed him with, where it's like, you know what I mean? He got like a golden character of just him being himself. So the interview was dope, man. It was fire. A lot of gems dropped. Salute to you, Mikey T, for, for shooting that interview.
Appreciate
Real rap,
everybody.
George.
Appreciate everybody who enjoyed the interview tonight. Hope everybody enjoyed the new concept that we're doing here. Twiz, what did you think about the concept of the interview watch along? And are you looking forward to doing it to more of our past interviews?
Facts. We're going to definitely do it more. It makes sense, because being busy on top of putting out content, where the interview might get put out, content might get put out, and you don't get the chance to really respond and engage with every comment that falls into the comment section. So this right here gives an opportunity to break down and talk about the interview, and we can really engage, with everybody as far as questions or things that might need to get added. You know what I mean? So it's real dope, and it was definitely real fun, man. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it. This just the beginning, because on top of this, we still keep the fire content pushing, and there's still plenty of interviews on the way. But we also, is making this move to touch up on interviews and break them down, and really we can all connect together and really, dig deep into these interviews, man.
Hell yeah, man, Twiz. We're gonna get into some open questions, but Twiz, I'm gonna let you say your drops. I appreciate you doing
Definitely.
the show, man.
You already know, man. You know how we carry it. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely appreciate you. I want everybody to
Yeah,
follow SV Twiz. I'm putting his Instagram up here, but it's also for everybody watching this video on demand. Twiz's Instagram is actually in the description. Twiz's Instagram is actually in the description for everybody watching this video on demand that wants to follow Twiz and stay up to date with him. But Twiz, I'm going to let you say your drops before you jump up out of here. Again, I appreciate you for being on the watch along tonight.
for sure. You already know, Mike. You know how we carry it with this SV Twiz, man. The Hood Blogger. Follow me on the gram. DM me if you trying to network, man. You know what I'm saying? If you in the film, you trying to get involved with film, you know what I'm saying? If you an up and coming artist or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You need an interview, man. It ain't Hollywood over this side, man. You know what I'm saying? Just reach out. Reach out to me, or you can reach out to Mikey T, man. Y'all know how we carry it. You know what I'm saying? It's only one way from here that's up. If you ain't check out my short film, Torn Apart, make sure y'all tune into it. Yeah, I mean, I got some dope interviews on the channel also, man. And you know what I'm saying? Other than that, man, I'm on you know what I'm saying, Report Card Radio La Familia with my brother Mikey T, the movie star. You know how we carry it.
Twiz, before you get out of here, I want to get you for one open question. Everybody send your
Okay.
questions in right now. If you got a question for Twiz, send it ASAP because he's about to jump out of here. But I got one for you, Twiz. George says 90s question for Twiz and Mikey T. The E-Nice sweatsuit or the Sean John?
A Nietzsche. Yeah, a Nietzsche. I was a Nietzsche boy. I
Okay,
was
the
definitely
Nietzsche.
I was definitely a vicious Nietzsche boy, that all borough. You know what I mean? I can take it, you know what I'm saying? You taking it back right there, George. That Nietzsche was it. Sean John, you had to do like the Sean John butter jacket, like you know what I'm saying, the leather joint. I'll do a Sean John butter on them, but a Nietzsche was like, you know what I'm saying, a Nietzsche sweaters. Yeah.
Twiz knows his shit. Hold on. George also says, what was y'all favorite pair of Guess jeans back in the day? Do you have something to answer for that, Twiz?
George, why you taking me back like that, bro? The pinstripe joints, bro. You know, the little pin pocket. You know what I mean? Them Jones, if
Crazy.
you put on some of them pinstripe Guess jeans, just say you get like some blue Jones and you got some Tims on, that joint will leak all on the top of your butters. You take your boots off, it be blue dye all on the top of them Jones. The
Yeah,
Guess jeans was lit.
I never had no shit like that back in the day. Just to be real with you guys.
Yeah, the Guess jeans, them Jones will drip all on your Tims. Big
Yes.
Fatsville, you know how we carry it. Guess jeans was fire.
Twizavilli.
You know,
Twizavelli, excuse
you,
me.
you know how we carry it, Big Fats. You
Let me
took it back.
see. George said late 80s, 90s, baby, my bad. Skinny got me thinking back in the days. What did he mean
Yeah,
here by this
facts.
comment?
He just got an old soul, period. Like Skinny got like an old soul. Like,
Oh, he's talking about Skinny. I
yeah.
thought he was talking about the clothes still. Sorry, George.
Oh no. Yeah, late 90s, my bad. Skinny got me thinking back in the days. Late 80s, 90s, baby, my bad. Skinny. I don't even talking about skinny me or Guess jeans, cause Guess jeans was like, they was like skinny type of jeans. Like it was still the baggy era, but them joints wasn't loose. They had like a nice fit on them. Yeah, Guess
Iceberg
jeans was
said,
fire.
I never rocked a Nietzsche. I never rocked a Nietzsche. I was a Mecca. I was
Okay.
I was a
I,
Mecca. Do you know about the Mecca brand? Could you say anything
yeah,
about that?
I remember Mecca, but we wasn't wearing that out Philly though. You know what I mean? We was doing like a Nietzsche and academics, academics. Yeah, Nietzsche academics. Um, it was a couple other joints. We had Mesquite. It was a lot of joints.
Lord Leaf in the building. He said, "Salute SV Twiz, the hood blogger."
I appreciate you, Lord Leaf. You know how we carry it, bro. Much love and respect. I appreciate you.
Lacoste, I think he was trying to say.
Lacoste.
Yeah, Lacoste.
Yeah, Lacoste shirts. Yeah, that joint was
What
them
about the
Jones was
shoes? What about the
no
Lacoste shoes?
like I never wear the shoes. I throw on like the polo style button down joint where it's a few buttons with the what's that, the gator I think the Lacoste joint got on there.
Hold on. Big Fact said,
Jabos. Remember the Jabos with the pockets in the front. How could I forget the Jabos? Throw some Jabos on with a Mesquite shirt.
"How
Yeah.
quick did they go out of style?"
Jabos probably had, I want to say, at least a 3 year run. At least.
Wow, that was a short ass run.
A lot of things
He
had
says,
short joints right there. Yeah. The Mesquite shirts was vicious.
"What was them joints?"
It was like a shirt where it was like they had long sleeve and short sleeve joints where it just looked like somebody just grabbed different colors paints and smacked it on your shirt. It was just like streaks of paint and it say Mesquite on it. But
Oh no
them
shit.
joints was, yeah, they was the wave like early 2000s. The Yeah, I mean Mesquite was lit.
Oh yeah, man. We had a dope topic tonight, man. This is the first of many, man. I look forward to doing this with multiple interviews in the future. Some of my old ARAB interviews. Yeah, that's right. We can bring up some of the old ARAB interviews, the old Cassidy interviews. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? A lot of my work I look forward to, detailing and dissecting here. Um, yeah, it's crazy. Big facts. When shit gets popping, you know what I mean? Chase Moolah's in the building, bro. I
Chase Moolah,
think you might have missed the watch along, but it's a new concept that we
my
debuted
brother.
tonight. What about Iceberg?
Mm, Iceberg was fire.
Oh God,
I
I was about to have a moment right there. Excuse me. Talk about
yeah,
Iceberg Twiz.
yeah, Iceberg was like falling with like the Versace and the Moschino back then. It was a Versace, Iceberg, and Moschino. Them Jones was like the hitters back then.
I gotta ask you, Twiz. Pooh Black says, salute, salute. Dallas is in the building.
Dallas.
Um, Kevin Owens from the WWE, he made a big promo about Dallas. Dallas is going to be hosting WrestleMania this year. If you don't know anything about wrestling, I know you know what WrestleMania is.
Facts.
There's rumors that Kevin Owens will fight Stone Cold Steve Austin in Dallas. But Twiz, any thoughts on Dallas, Texas, my brother?
Yeah, man. Salute the Dallas, man. Definitely salute the Dallas, man. Like, much love and respect to the South, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? They carry it. It's a like, you know what I'm saying? Real rap schizo. Y'all know, you know what I'm saying? It like the South speak for itself. Capital third letter C, my brother.
Appreciate you for tapping in, capital third letter. That's right. Free Dark Low. Yeah, that's another one. Twiz. I was actually fitting to hit you earlier. Some of the older interviews with Dark Low,
Mm-hmm.
speaking on shit, we could definitely do watch alongs for them as well.
Facts. Y'all know Mikey T got the exclusive Dark Low joint. He got exclusive ones, period, with Dark Low, but he got a fresh joint just before Dark had to go in.
Yeah, we had a string of interviews that I would like to go over here. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Because that's really like one. I know you were on camera and all that, Twiz. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? But that's one of the reasons that I jumped on camera, because a lot of the guys that I was filming, like Gilly blew up, $1 million worth of
Mm-hmm.
fame, couldn't be on my
Facts.
camera every single week. You know, Ab
Facts.
got locked up. And then Low got locked up, and it was like, what the hell? It's like I gotta start waving the flag of my my entity. You know what I'm saying? Because I would usually go out and
Facts.
interview everybody. You know what I mean?
Facts. You
So
was putting that footwork in. I witnessed it, man. You know what I mean? Where you was really pulling up the hoods and you know what I mean? You one of the few people that could say you shot an interview in Ab Crib. I mean, you pulled up the Ab Crib and shot at John. So it's like, you know what I mean? So yeah, like I'm saying, we know what you do, Mikey. Salute to you, bro.
yeah, there's a reason why people tap in and respect to hear our thoughts on certain things. And I hope everybody enjoyed the watch along tonight. Schizo says, Joseph says, Twiz got stories he can't talk about. I see.
Yeah, facts. And on respect to Mikey T, the movie star, that's why I get a little more reckless on my channel. But y'all know it's politics and YouTube, so it's certain things that can't be said on these lives. So you know
Um,
what I mean.
can you comment on this? Big Factsville said, "Do-rag on with fitteds like 50 Cent."
Yeah, like especially out Philly, like early 2000s. We used out Philly, like we used to do rags, but we had tied a knot in the back of them Jones early 2000s. Like like New York always used to let their Jones flow out. But Philly, we used to tie the knot in them Jones, have it Mitchell and us fitted on or something like that. Had John cock to the side.
Really? That was the style
Yeah,
back then, Twiz?
yeah, we used to tie our do-rags in the knot in the back. This was back like the AI era, back when everybody was getting cornrows and all of that, when
Yeah.
Iverson was playing for the Sixers.
AI was cool as shit back then, man.
Yeah, he was.
Before we get to this comment here by Schizo, AI arguably cooler than Rodman or not at
Oh
all.
yeah, oh yeah. AI was streets. Rodman was more like
Flashy,
a
flashy,
Rodman was different.
rock
Rodman was you had
star.
to. Rodman was Andre 3000. AI was the Tupac of basketball.
Yeah, AI
Yeah,
was
I
like
mean,
Styles P. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, like he was different. Like I remember AI had came to Fridays out Philly on City Line Ave, and he was so such a wolf. He was eating his JD wings, and when he got done with it, he'd throw the bone on the floor.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to explain to me what are JD wings.
The Jack Daniel wings, you never had them?
Oh, the Jack Daniel wings. Hell yeah, man. No,
Yeah, yeah,
definitely. I was
with the
on that.
Jack Daniel sauce. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
So
shit was hitting too. I ain't gonna lie.
they
I ain't gonna lie.
was.
The Jack
They
Daniel
still
sauce.
good. He was
What do you
eating
mean
his
they're
wings
still
and
there?
throwing the bones on the floor.
What restaurant was that again?
Fridays, they still got them at TGI Fridays.
Oh yeah, that's right. Fridays, TGI Fridays.
Uh-huh.
Chris, appreciate you for tapping in. Everybody just tuning in. Rewind the video. We did an amazing watch along tonight for my interview with Skinny Me. The shit was lit. We're still rocking with like 100 people in here, Twiz. But
Facts.
let me see. Twiz, this is more of a question for you because I am not going to answer it until I go and talk with
Iceberg funny.
Logan Paul. When Logan Paul
No,
asked me this question, Iceberg, I will answer it. Iceberg says to Twiz, did you used to rock one pant leg up with the tongue on the Timbs out?
no, that was the New York style. We had an era where we did do the tongues out on the Timbs. You know what I mean? But we never did one pants leg up. That was New York.
George says, George, who I thought was leaving, but he's rocking with us, said Iverson was the trendsetter. King James ain't want to be Jordan. It was Iverson. Can you react to that, or do you not want to respond to that, Twiz?
Yeah, AI was a trendsetter how he carried himself as far as dressing like how we dress in the hood, having jewelry on it, and like not coming to press conferences and stuff with suits and stuff on. So AI, you know what I mean? He and on top of that, like Big Facts Bill said, like the cornrows and the braids, even when we talking about artists, young artists that was lit and coming up, Bow Wow and people like that, they was all they was all motivated by AI. AI made cornrows relevant at that time. Like it wasn't nobody that had cornrows with the zigzags and all of that. Ludacris and all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like AI was like he made that joint important. Like everybody
Cap-
had froze and was getting cornrows.
Capital third letter says, capital third letter C, excuse me, for everybody just tapping in. He
Facts.
said AI brought hip hop into the league.
Facts.
Now, I'm hitting you with one here, Twiz. Hope I'm
Facts.
not bringing up any bad memories here. Maybe if one shorty ran off with one of these on you, or if one of your homies spilt something on one of your jackets. Rockaware leather jackets. Any
Facts.
thoughts? Any stories?
Rockaware leather jackets. You was the man if you had one on. A Rockaware jacket, period. And you know, out Philly, we was wearing Rockaware and state property. Yeah, I mean, like the Jones on. If y'all remember the freeway video, "What You Do Is Wrong," where they had like the state prop quoted Jones and all of that with the state prop skellies. Like, yeah, that's what you saw heavy out Philly. Like we was state prop and Rockaware out. That was the wave.
Yeah, that's right, George. I'm gonna go listen to the Monster remix by Joey Jihad now after Twiz was actually co-signing it a few minutes ago. Y'all ever come to Beantown? Drinks and food on me.
That's love.
Beantown being Boston. George said Twiz definitely owned an 8-ball jacket. Can you clear up that mystery, Twiz? Did you
You
in
talking?
fact own an 8-ball jacket?
You talking about the leather joint that said 8 ball on the back? I know what you talking about. I never owned one, but them Jones was lit. I didn't never necessarily get one. I used to want one, but I didn't get a chance to.
Appreciate you for tuning in tonight, Tanya.
Salute, salute, Tanya.
Don't know if you missed it, but we had a dope ass watch along tonight for my interview with Skinny Me.
Facts.
Yep. George says that's exactly what it was, Twiz.
Yeah, that joint was fire. I know people was rocking them joints. Like I remember coming home in '09 and seeing people with them 8 ball leather joints. I'm like, well, that joint's smooth.
Iceberg says something that I'm gonna need you to read out here, Twiz.
Oh my goodness, Iceberg.
Iceberg said, "Man, this chat, this chat got me about to go buy some damn Diodora sneakers."
Hey, Iceberg, if you go get some Diodoras, I'm gonna go get me some Sauconys. We taking it back now. Remember the Sauconys too, Diodoras? I forgot about them Jones, bro.
All right, Twiz, capital third letters putting you on the spot, man. He's saying the state property clothing line was better than Rockefeller or Rockaware, excuse me. Twiz, who you going with on that one?
Out Philly, we was taking one state property gear hit. Rockaware was always still lit, but state property took over out Philly because it was the style that they created it for people that was out moving in the streets, if that makes sense.
That's what's up.
It was like a special clothing line.
What was the difference between the items that would come out between the Rockaware clothing and the state property clothing? Like what type of material or what type of items, whether it was shirt, pants, headbands?
Well, you know how nowadays everybody wearing ski masks like it's a trend. Back then, state property made things for people in the streets. They had a hoodie where you would put it over and you zip it up and it turned to a ski mask on the top. They had pockets that was hidden. Say for instance, you had a little herb on you. You can tuck it in the pocket, and if them folks hop out on you, they would never find it. Like they used to have special. They had like a special force that was studying state property clothing line. You know what I mean? Because it was created for you to do things that you shouldn't be doing, if that makes sense.
George McCarthy says Saucony was the New Balance before New Balance for sure.
New Balances was out for long. They was definitely out for long. Like, it was always a debate on who really pushed the New Balances first out of Baltimore and Philly. I just feel like it was definitely a heavy East Coast thing. I remember being in Glen Mills and seeing dudes from Baltimore and DC wearing New Balances, but I remember wearing New Balances back in the '90s as a kid. So
Iceberg said, "Hey, Saconis, hey, Twiz, know what up?
Facts.
No Gucci lug
Facts.
zone over here. No Gucci
Facts.
lug zone over here, baby. We ain't repping that
Facts.
shit." Shout out to Fat Joe, though, man. Icon.
Facts.
Oh.
Facts. Iceberg.
Twiz, read this comment here from Schizo.
Oh, Schizo. You talking about the when they used to have the jackets and all that with like all the sports teams on it and stuff. They even used to have fitted hats like that. They even had jeans with like a it'd be like the baseball man on there like this and real raps and conies.
George says, George McCarthy asked Twiz, Reeboks Classics,
Oh yeah.
Skylines, you ever have those? Before Twiz
Yeah.
answers that question, I want to tell everybody, send your questions in right now. Send all your questions in. Twiz, did you ever have the shoes? What do you remember about the Reeboks Classics?
Absolutely. The 90s period, the 90s, the Reeboks classics. You was that ball back then, like it like they wore them in the streets, but who else wore them Reebok classics was like nurses and things like that. Like Reeboks was lit, bro. I remember Felines being lit back in the 90s, the Grant Hills and all of that, like the Grant Hills and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like when you're talking fashion, you're talking hip hop. I mean, Reebok has given like endorsements with MMG. At one point, Rick Ross was repping Reebok crazy.
Facts.
Tim Zaller says, I rocked AI for years.
Facts. I remember my first pair of AIs I had got a pair of AIs. They was like the black and gold Jones, the questions, and I had got the AI jersey from Models. You know what I mean? You couldn't tell me nothing, bro. Like,
Really? How long did they
yeah,
last you for?
they lasted. Them AIs lasted. Them Jones was sturdy. Like they ain't get dogged or nothing because the colors was all dark and all of that. You know what I mean? So this
I
was
am
back like
Tom. What year we
he
talking?
said bring LA. This was like probably like this might have been like '01.
Damn.
2001, yeah, like '01, like where AI was really like taking like the beginning of him really like AI been with the Sixers like probably like 99, 98, maybe even 97. But by 2001, everybody out Philly was wearing AI jerseys and AI sneakers. I was still a kid. I was like probably like in fifth grade when I got my pair of AIs and my AI jersey from Models.
All right, so I am Tom Thomas. I appreciate you for tapping back in as well. He said it's been a minute. He said, "Bring the LA Gears back." Twiz, you want to comment on?
Yeah, he said LA Gears. Man, if you jogging in the middle of the night in the county, bring them LA Gears back because people will see you from 20 miles away.
They
He
look
talking
like
about
they
the
would be
Jones.
hard to jog in.
He talking about the Jones that be lighting up every time you hit the ground. LA Gears. I forgot about them Jones. As a
George
kid.
George says that British Knights was better than LA Gears. Do you have any idea what the British Knights were?
Yo, George. Yo, y'all taking it back, man. I remember them Jones.
Who do
Facts, yeah.
Steven Rivera, one of our guys, salute my brother. He said, "Who messed with the Pumas back in the day? Did you mess with the
Oh
Pumas
yeah.
back in the day?"
Oh yeah, we played with Pumas heavy out Philly. I'm talking about back before, Meek even had the little contract with him, and then like Pumas was firing back then, bro. Like Pumas, New Balances, Sauconys, Diodoras, they was like all in the same boat. Yeah, we played with them Pumas heavy, bro.
Scam Reno asks, everybody send in your questions.
Oh,
Send in your
Scam
questions,
Marino.
damn it. He said, do y'all remember the kangaroo shoes?
Oh yeah, Scam Reno or OJ. He talking about the kangaroo joints. Like that's OG status right there. I know what you talking about. I ain't never have a pair of them joints.
Nick says, I remember the Nike Gary Paytons with the cover on them. Classic.
Oh my goodness, bro.
I
Definitely a classic.
mean, the guy already had the shoe. The guy already had the shoe, which I wasn't a big fan of the cover, but honestly, why wouldn't he have the weed? Speaking of the weed, I was actually just picking some up today. You think I'm bluffing? It's right here.
Yeah, that's the official joint right there. That's straight from the dispensary.
Let me see. Was Fila big out there? Was Fila big out there in Philly, Twiz?
The
I liked their reintroduction that they just did. You
I,
must have caught wind of it walking through the malls and shit. They really tried to go
yeah,
back in.
well, the reintroduction was bigger on the clothes, like the shirts and the hats and all of that. But
I didn't notice any of that.
I remember the Grant Hills. I think they was felines, right? Wasn't the Grant Hills? I think the Grant Hills. I remember them Jones, like the white and black Jones. They was probably like the biggest feline sneaker that I remember out Philly in the '90s.
You
Feline
know
was
any
big in South Philly.
you know anything about the white and blue Jason kids?
Yeah, I remember them Jones. I ain't never had a pair of them Jones. Them Jones was fire though. I forgot about them Jones with the reflective bubble.
Twiz, Steve says K Swiss was my favorite Joan.
I never had a pair of K Swiss, but they was smooth. K Swiss was like in the boat with the Reebok Classics.
Really?
They K Swiss had them run. They Yeah,
Tim
the
says
Grant Hill Jones.
Grant Hills. I had the red, white, and blue ones.
Facts. Them Grant Hills was lit in the '90s. You was the man if you had them Jones. Like them Jones was fire back in the '90s.
Yeah, those are actually pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Those are actually pretty cool.
Real rap, they classic. I'm surprised they ain't trying to bring them back out.
Scam Reno says, I don't know if you're gonna know this, Twiz, but he says, I think them feelers was Jerry Stackhouse's, right?
No, I think they was Grant Hills. I'm talking about like the Jones where it was like I can't even explain the sneaker, but most of them was the main color was white. It had like a line around that joint. It'll say Fila like on the top side part where your ankle is.
Twiz,
This may be a little
Schizo
bit off
said,
subject, but
this may be a little off subject, but did anyone rock Hush Puppies or am I the only one? Twiz, can
oh
you answer
man,
that?
I had some hush puppies. I used to have the brown Jones where them Jones was like suede and it was a shoe. And then it was like a line that come up and stick out and go around the foot part. Hush Puppies was fire. They was fire like 97, 98 for my era. Yeah, Hush Puppies, you was that bull.
Did the True Religion jeans fall off quick, Twiz?
Yeah, they did. They fell off hard. They was
Why?
lit. True Religions. I don't know. I mean, it's so many other things that came out, but True Religion and Red Monkey had fell off. True Religion and Red Monkey jeans, them joints fell off together.
Is Pink Dolphin still the shit?
I never rocked it. I seen people, you know what I'm saying, rock it. You know what I mean? I don't think it was ever too big. I think it was like a iffy. That joint was like a iffy brand. It was for certain people.
What about the
I remember
Dolomite?
the Dolomite boots. I'm trying to remember them Johns.
Scam Reno says, yeah, I had to pay a Hush Puppies when I graduated elementary. George
Yeah, facts.
McCarthy.
Hush Puppies was fire.
George McCarthy says Abercrombie and Fitch, hot or not, Twiz?
Abercrombie, you can still get away with some Abercrombie right now. Like you can get away with that.
I'm
You know what
not
I'm
gonna.
saying?
I'm
You
not
can
gonna
still
put
rock
myself out
Abercrombie.
there. I'm not gonna put
Abercrombie,
myself out there saying anything bad about any of these brands because
um,
you never know who could be endorsing us tomorrow. You know what I mean?
yeah, Abercrombie came back out. Um, American Eagle was the one that didn't really come back out. I still like they still be having some fly stuff. Like me and my wife, we get like our kids a few little like Abercrombie got some fly stuff for kids, like even jackets and shirts and stuff. You can't go wrong with Abercrombie.
Yeah, Abercrombie kids might still be around for sure.
Yeah, that
Actually,
joint, yeah,
yeah,
it
they
is for
branched
sure.
off. They branched off Abercrombie, Abercrombie Kids,
Facts.
Abercrombie Podcast. We'll, we'll,
Facts.
we'll wait for the call. We'll wait for the call. You know what I'm saying? It could say It doesn't have to say Death Row up there, unless Snoop Dogg wants it to. You know what I'm saying? But it could just as easily say Abercrombie. But you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter, man. We're gonna see what the future holds, man. Really appreciate everybody for tapping in. I definitely appreciate everybody for tapping in tonight. This is your chance to send in your last questions. Twiz, man, it was a great experience, man, tonight. I really appreciate you
Definitely.
coming in, brother.
Definitely, man. You know how we carry it.
Twiz, were you a Banana Republic guy ever?
Oh yeah, Banana Republic was lit. That joint was lit like mid 2000s. Banana Republic. Oh yeah.
Carhartt,
Carhartt still lit. You can't go wrong with a Carhartt jacket or a Carhartt Scully.
Academic Jeans.
Yeah, I spoke on those earlier when we was talking about Anichi
Oh,
and academics. Them joints was fire. Like a pair of academic jeans, you was paying like 125 for them joints, and they was expensive back then at that time. You know what I
Snub
mean?
TV. Snub TV says, who's the top Philly artist?
The top, probably the
Philly,
top
Philly,
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 the
Philly underground artist, Twiz.
probably I probably say Leaf Ward is probably like the top underground Philly artist right now.
Oh, that's Ryder.
Oh, that's right under him. But Leaf Ward is probably like the biggest underground Philly rapper right now.
OZ Sparks, Twiz.
I mean, they all fire, but I mean like waves and views you hitting on YouTube and following. I had to put Leaf on top of everybody.
Steven Rivera says, Twiz, did you ever own the Nextel flip phones back in 2005?
Absolutely. I remember that chirp to this day. Do do do. Then they came out with the Boost Mobile joints.
Yo, Snub TV, that's SV Twiz. That's the hood blogger, just so you know, if you want to subscribe to him on YouTube. I'm going to ask him your question right now, though. He said, what do you think about Petey Crack, Twiz?
Well, me and Mikey T got interviews with P. Crack. P. Crack, he a good dude, man. You know what I mean? I still talk to him on the phone from time to time. So, you know what I mean? He's a great MC, man, and make sure you check out my interview with him and check out Mikey T interview with him because
Wow.
we both talk about a lot of things on our interviews.
So Twiz, what did you think about Petey Crack as a part of a group compared to being a solo artist, though?
I think he better in the group. I think he was better in the group. I think the group helped him stay more focused on the music and putting out fire because PD is somebody he's so comfortable in his own skin. You know, he just need that those people around him like Crack drop something else, bro. Like, come on, Crack, let's keep pushing.
Chris Harmon says, I always thought Reed Dollars was the shit. Twiz,
Yeah.
were you a Reed Dollars is the shit type of guy?
Yeah, he was definitely. I mean, he was one of the greats from the DVD era. It's a handful of them. Yeah, I mean,
He had hella swag back then, man.
yeah, Ray Dollars was like the 50 Cent of the DVD era where he came in the game and going at everybody in that who was in that arena. So that's what I like about Reed. He was a challenging artist and he was always fire. You know what I'm talking about? But it's a lot of I can go on for hours talking about artists that just come from that era. So he just one of the greats from that DVD era.
Hell yeah, man. Twiz, first ringtone you ever downloaded is?
I came home from Glen Mills and I had got a Nextel It might even been a Boost Mobile because Boost
What
Mobile
year?
chirps was fire. This was 05.
Yep.
05, and I had my first joint was I'm a Hustler.
Oh shit, man. Yep.
I'm a Hustler because that joint was buzzing in the city at that time. I remember I was in a program where they put you back on. You had to go to this school down north in order to get back into the school system. And I remember having that ringtone for everybody because every time the drink go off, it was like I'm a hustler. Like like because on them
I'm a
phones you
hustler.
could
Yeah, that's the
yeah on
first
them
one I had too, Twiz.
facts on them phones you could chirp somebody. So if somebody chirp you, it ain't no ringtone. But if somebody call you, that was your ringtone.
Twiz,
My
what's your
favorite
favorite Jack Frost song?
my favorite Jack Frost John. If I gotta label a song, I gotta say that John with him and Petey. I don't know the name of it, but they be like at like it be like they be having like skateboarders behind them and all of that. I like that joint with him and Petey. I can't think of the name of it offhand,
Code of the
but a
Street.
lot of joints. Yeah, yep.
Yeah, it's
Code of
called
the Street, yep.
Code of the
But
Street.
most of Jack Frost joints to me, it'd be like freestyles and things. So I can't really label a song. But Code of the Street was fire.
Or was it Jack Man, Crack Man?
No, it wasn't that. Code of
Okay.
the Street. That's the joint where they had the skateboarders behind them and all of that.
Yep.
Facts. That joint was fire. Him and Crack, they did their thing on that joint.
That's what's up. You see Twiz right there, you guys. What was that, Twiz? You answered 100% of the questions. I don't think you
Facts.
was there any thing on there that you didn't really know about that we had just spoke on?
No, everything that went up, that's what make it so beautiful about everybody that tap in is we can all relate, man. We all got relatable topics, so it's always a great time. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
and you know
y'all
if there's
y'all
some
even got me on here stretching it out. I was supposed to have been off, but the questions are so good.
yeah, and you know
Yeah, he did.
if there's something you don't know, Twiz, you're not afraid to say you don't know that though. You know what I mean? Like that's
Of
the difference.
course,
Some people would be
of
on here
course.
bullshitting, man, but that's what makes it so much more authentic for the stuff that you
Mm-hmm.
do know. And that's why I wanted to point out, because in the Skinny Me interview, you pretty much knew about 95% of the stuff, 90% of the stuff. So you were able to speak on
Facts.
it, whether it was the street names or you know what I mean, different stuff like that. But in here in the
Facts.
chat, that's one of the most impactful things is when everybody on here asked the questions at the end, and Twiz was able to speak on all the different types of clothing, able to give
Facts.
answers when it came to the records, so you could at least tell
Facts.
he knew what he was talking about.
Facts. Absolutely.
George, I don't know, Twiz, if I think this is your alley. Bernard Hopkins versus Danny Garcia. Who wins,
But
Twiz?
Bernard Hopkins, even though they two different time frames, B Hop is more of a legend of a boxer. Yeah, I mean, B Hop is that guy. Like you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bernard Hopkins, bro. Like, yeah, I mean, I like Bernard Hopkins over Danny Garcia, even with them being from two different time frames. I respect Bernard Hopkins' career more. Not to discredit Danny Garcia, but I feel like Danny Garcia disappointed me more than Bernard Hopkins did, if that makes sense.
Yeah, man. I hope everybody enjoyed the stream tonight. I'll be back live tomorrow night with another piece of content for y'all. Hope everybody enjoyed this watch along. You know what I'm saying? It's probably something that's going to have a little bit of repeat value. It's going to have a little bit of repeat value, man. I enjoyed
Facts.
myself with it, man. I look forward to see what the
Facts.
future holds.
Facts. It's just the beginning, y'all.
George says, yes, Twiz, and I grew up with Danny, man.
Facts. And not to discredit Danny, because, salute to Danny, man. He did all he could, but Bernard Hop just is different. He cut from a different cloth, man. He just cut from a whole different cloth. It's like trying to compare Tevin Farmer to Bernard Hopkins. You know what I mean? Like, we can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
So I want everybody to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And we will see y'all on the next episode. Hope you guys look forward to our next
Yes, sir.
stream. Whether it's covering the news, whether it's an official interview, or whether it's this new format of watch-alongs, I hope you guys tune in, man. Everybody hit the notification bell so you can tune in for our next video. Appreciate you, Joseph. Appreciate you, George. Appreciate you, Tim. Appreciate you, Tim, man. Twiz, he had one more, man. I don't know if you want to answer this. Tim says, Jordan or LeBron?
Jordan.
All right, guys,
Compare,
that'll do it
like,
for us.
yeah, I just gotta say Jordan and LeBron is like Tyson and Ali. You know, Ali make it look better, just like Jordan make it look better.
Tim said, peace, talk, safe, good, chopping it up with y'all. It's been great tuning in with y'all. For my guy SV Twiz, I am Mikey T, the movie star. We'll see you on the next episode.